minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And we're back.
And we're back. You see this thing?
You got that
Do you even know?
thing? Yeah.
Do you know what that
What
is?
is
I don't know
that?
what that is, dude.
You don't know what that is?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know why I have it.
I just had the Green Lantern.
Yeah,
was like,
I know
okay,
yours
I'm gonna
is a
do
Green
this for
Lantern.
Green Lantern.
It's like,
I have no idea. That looks like some supervillain ring or
Maybe.
something.
am I the supervillain? All right. Welcome to the
Anyway,
stream.
stream number
So-
71.
Yep. So I don't have any pickups, but you got some stuff to show.
I do.
And then we got a lot of news to talk about, just some quick stuff. Some cool stuff about some DC director's cuts, some animated stuff that DC is going to be putting out,
Mhm.
more stuff with AI and the writer's strike and
Oh, my
Marvel
God.
and some cool movie announcements as well.
Ooh.
More stuff about Oppenheimer.
Ooh.
That's pretty much it. So, and then we'll do cover battles after. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, why don't you take the stage away?
All right.
And,
We're doing pickups.
Yep.
Harper's got no pickups, unfortunately, but I am here to carry this segment. So let's get it.
okay.
First book I got. These are all like nothing crazy in here. I got most of these, actually 99% of these books are new books. There's like one book that's not a new book, but 99% of these books are new books this week. Or just some newer books in general that I picked up.
Cool.
Deadpool Batter Blood, issue
What?
number 1. Scotty Young variant.
That's
I
pretty sick.
love this cover.
Yeah.
I
Landscape.
saw like I'm not too big of a Scotty Young fan. Like
Mhm.
occasionally I'll see something from him that just like blows me away.
Mhm. Me too.
This
I
isn't one of the things that blows me away, but it's still a great Deadpool cover nonetheless. Look at this thing. Landscape, giant guns, Deadpool
That's pretty sick. Yeah.
running away from who knows what. Really cool Scotty Young variant. I'm glad to have picked this up. It was cheap. I think it was the last Scotty Young variant they had, actually. I got it for half off, so $2. Pretty good deal.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
really cool.
Oh yeah.
Scotty Young for the win, dude.
Does my mic sound okay? It's normal?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I can hear you.
All right.
Godzilla.
What?
Here There Be Dragons. This is the Tyler Kirkham variant.
Dude, that is sick.
Issue number 1. This is actually a series I'm going to start reading.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dude, that cover is amazing. The number 2.
yeah, the number 2 cover, dude. This I
Uh-huh.
found this today. It was the last one they had in the store. I picked it up.
That almost looks like Alex Ross like colors. You know, he uses
Oh, yeah.
You know, like it almost looks
Yeah.
like that. Like even just that's
Zilla on the front.
that's-
So I don't know if Legion's here yet, but Legion basically, I showed this. I took a picture. I posted on Instagram, and Legion commented. He was like, "Dude, my friend actually does the interior artwork for this," and he said, "I started reading it the other day." And he was like, "This is probably the best Godzilla series that they've come out with at IDW in the past like decade."
Dang.
So I was like, I need to start reading this because I glanced through this first issue when I first got it, and it's basically Godzilla versus a pirate fleet.
Really?
And it's like, and basically what happens is I think in the first issue, Godzilla kind of destroys their fleet. So they kind of have to go on a survival mission on this island. I think that's in this issue.
Okay.
But this issue just came out this week, and this issue came out last week. And this is a brand new series. I'd recommend reading it. I'm going to start reading it for sure. Godzilla, Here There Be Dragons. I got this cool Tyler Kirkham #1 variant. Glad to have gotten that. So yeah, it's a pretty sick series. Definitely going to start reading it actually, because I have yet to like read a Godzilla series that I'm actually invested in. And so far, this series I'm pretty invested in. So
nice.
Definitely going to start reading those. Cool. That's half of my pickups already done. Next up, though, this is a book I did not know was coming out, and when I saw it today on my LCS, I decided I had to get it because I have to add it to a specific collection of mine. This is The Rocketeer in the Den of Thieves, issue #1.
Oh, I know that. I knew that came out. Yeah, I should have told you or something, but I knew this one guy that at my shop that wanted to add it to his list.
Yeah, I didn't really know this was coming out, but Rocketeer, Den of Thieves.
Nice.
I don't know what other covers there are. They only had the cover A, so I don't know if there's like a really good variant or something.
Maybe we could take a look later.
We probably could.
Yeah.
But Rocketeer, Den of Thieves #1. Had to get it for the Rocketeer collection.
It's a decent cover too.
Yeah, it's a good cover. It reminds me a lot of Dave Stevens' original artwork that he used to do. He's the creator of the Rocketeer, by the way. Yeah, Rocketeer, Den of Thieves #1. And they came out, I think it was a couple months ago. They came out with the one-shot Rocketeer story. It was like a one-shot they did. And I have that too, and I was glad I got that. I got the Adam Hughes variant cover for that.
Gotcha. Nice.
And now IDW is doing this. I think this was going to be an ongoing or a limited series, Den of Thieves. But I'm expecting IDW to put out some more Rocketeer stuff into the future because apparently it's doing very, very good. They actually did a small series based on her.
Okay.
Dave Stevens took inspiration from a real life model. Her name was Betty Page.
Yeah.
And they've released a small limited series on her, like the actual Betty Page character as well.
Yeah, I knew about that. Yeah.
So that's currently coming out, and now Rocketeer, Den of Thieves is out.
Nice.
I don't know if I'm going to start reading this. I probably should. I probably should start reading some Rocketeer stories because I feel like those would be very interesting to read.
I feel so too.
But right now, I am very invested in the Godzilla stories, and I have to keep reading those. So I'm going to be invested in those for a little while. Next book. This is not a new. Well, it's a new book, but it's not a new book that came out this week or last week or anything like that. This is an annual I've wanted since it came out, and I missed it. And I finally found a really good copy for cover price at my LCS. This is Daredevil Annual 1 from 2020.
Wow.
It's got this really cool Daredevil cover with him in his boxing robe.
Yeah.
Really cool red, kind of like he's getting ready to go box. It's part of the One More Day storyline that Chip Zdarsky started doing before he started doing his own Daredevil work on the not current run, but the run before that. I think the current run that's coming out, he's no longer doing stuff for Daredevil, but this most recent past run, like he did all the stuff for Daredevil.
Nice.
So yeah, Daredevil Annual 1 from 2020. I'm glad to have that. Maybe it was actually, I think it might have came out in 2021. I might have botched that.
Sorry,
but it doesn't matter. It's fine. We're good.
We got the picture.
This is cool. I went to an antique store. And I was looking for comics because I felt like I haven't been to any like actual antique stores to look for comics. And this specific store had a very literally like maybe a little short box of like comics. Like
Gotcha.
there's always that one vendor who, because I just like a rule of thumb every single time you go into an antique store looking for comics, if you don't start seeing any books, there's bound to be at least one vendor with the smallest box or just one long box.
Or like a
of comics.
stack. Like just like
Or
a
just
tiny
a stack.
Like
Yeah,
20
yeah.
books. Yeah.
Bottom line is you're going to end up finding comics. Doesn't matter if they're good or bad, they're still there.
Yeah.
Right? So I was digging through this little, it was a $2 box.
Okay.
$2 box of some comics. I wasn't finding anything good. And I was like, towards the back, I pulled this book out. And it's got a little bit of damage to it. It's nothing crazy. It's definitely not near mint. It's more, it's probably, if I were to grade it, I'd maybe say 7.5.
Okay.
Probably easy 7.5. This is Mission Impossible issue number 1.
Wow.
With cover art by Rob Liefeld.
Wow.
So this is like a product. This is like an early 2000s book. This is when the first Mission Impossible came out. The first Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
came out.
Look
So
at
they
that.
did
Marvel Paramount Comics. You see that?
I think it says Marvel Presents Paramount Comics.
Maybe. Okay. So it's like a product of.
Yeah.
Under Marvel Comics. Wow. 48.
Mission
48
Impossible.
issues. 48
Issue
pages.
1.
Did he do the interiors as well? Because that'd be kind of. I don't know if I could handle 48 pages of Mr. Liefeld. I don't know.
And the reason why, like, it looks good from the front, right? The reason why I say 7.5, it's got a little bit of a spine split.
I see.
It's like a half an inch to an inch spine split.
It looks
but the rest of it's good.
Yeah.
It's pretty white. The cover's a good white. It is a little bit dirty. I don't know if you could see the dirt, but there's a little bit of dirt on it. I did some eraser cleaning. I got most of the dirt off. I also got a pad, like a dry cleaning pad, like a makeup remover pad or whatever.
Yeah.
Did a little bit of dry cleaning. Got most of the dirt off.
Cool.
But for $2, I couldn't pass up Mission Impossible issue number 1.
Cool.
Very happy to find that on a day I was not expecting to find any comics.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. You watched Borat recently?
No, it's just in my head. It's a
Okay.
classic, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Good pickups. Solid
Yeah.
pickups. Got some hidden gems there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess we can move on to the news now. So some of these are like weirdly like put into the same thing.
Category.
So, just roll with it. You know, we'll talk about it all. It's just like
Mhm.
there's a lot of stuff, and so I kind of like squeeze it together a little bit. So first off, the first one on the left.
This is arguably the most interesting bit of news, I feel like.
Really?
Because
I
we're
don't
finally
know.
starting to hear what Zack Snyder would have done with the DCU.
And it says that the Reverse Flash was going to be the main villain of his.
That's the most excited part. That's the most excited part about this news for me. Is that it turns out the plan was for like Justice League to go on as Justice League. Then they were going to have a whole fight with Darkseid.
Okay.
But at the very end, it was going to end with a Flashpoint movie. I started doing more reading on this. Turns out they were going to end the DCEU with a Flashpoint movie, like a proper Flashpoint movie with Thomas Wayne's Batman and all of that, like all the Flashpoint characters. And it would have turned out that every bad thing that happened to Earth or the Justice League or everything they've had to deal with was all just to like mess with Barry Allen.
Really?
And it turns out the Reverse Flash went to all of the villains that we would have seen first and talked them in to going destroy or take over Earth just to mess with Barry Allen.
That's next.
And it would have all come together in the Flashpoint movie where Barry Allen finally decides, hey, I'm going to go save my mom, and that messes up the universe.
Yeah, cool.
So,
wow, interesting.
Reverse Flash would have been the big bad of the DCEU, and I am not against that. That sounds like a cool idea. We would have got Darkseid. We would have got all of them. And it's not like they would have been controlled by Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash just Like he just made them do like he didn't really
Yeah.
make them do anything. What's a good way to put this? He talked them into doing this stuff
Gotcha.
that they also would have clearly had interest in, and they did
Mhm.
it. But Reverse Flash just would have done it just to mess with the Justice League and Barry Allen because he hates them.
Yeah. Interesting.
So this whole thing would have just been a huge prank by Reverse Flash on Earth and the Justice League and Barry. That is very Zack
Wow.
Snyder.
Yeah, that's for sure. Wow, and we didn't even get him in the Flash movie either, which is
That's stupid.
yeah. Blood Sausage is in the house and says Reverse Flash is dope. I agree.
That is facts.
Yep.
I think Reverse Flash, oddly enough, is my favorite. Now, before I say this, I need to think for a second because I don't want to say something.
Do you want to watch your words here?
Hang on.
You okay?
Okay. Yeah. He's my favorite DC villain.
Okay. What were
I
you
was gonna say one of my favorite, like all-time favorite villains, like top 3.
Yeah.
But then I started thinking more, and I'm like, top 5.
Who
He ain't
tops
top
that?
3.
Who tops?
I don't know. I think Green Goblin is up there.
Okay. What about just
I
like
think
other than comics though? What about
other.
like,
So are we talking like strictly
like movies?
movies?
And anybody, like you could say Hitler if you want. I don't know.
I don't think Hitler would fit into this category.
You sure?
No. I'm just talking like DCU,
Okay,
MCU, and the comics. Yeah, I think Reverse Flash is one of my top 5 favorite villains of all time.
All right.
Venom's up
That's
there,
respectable.
but that's just
Yeah.
because
Venom.
Venom's cool.
Yeah,
It's
he's
weird. I always have this conversation with myself where I'm like, who is Spider-Man's arch nemesis?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like he's got more than one.
I feel like Venom is more of his like counterpart, and so I feel like a lot of villains like tie into that, where like they're the actual like reverse of it, like Reverse Flash. So Venom kind of, I feel like Green Goblin is more classic though, and like he's been in more stories and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's been around for longer. He's like just, but I feel like Venom is, he's definitely like the opposite, and he's definitely the arch. I feel like he's definitely the arch nemesis.
I feel like Venom is more of a mental arch nemesis for Peter. And I say that because they were bonded together for so long in the comics. And like Venom made him do a lot of things that he regrets.
Yeah.
And Eddie Brock having the Venom symbiote is kind of a reminder to Peter Parker of what could have happened to him if he kept using the symbiote.
Right.
While like Green Goblin is a physical threat.
Plus also says Venom is the best thing that's come out of Spider-Man lore. I'm not biased at all. What do you got to say about? I feel like it.
I think
Venom.
You know what's weird is that what if Venom? Do you ever think about what if Venom never caught on? Like, what if he just became a product of the '90s? It was 89. Like he was made in 89, but that was like right on the crossover.
And then he like was the 90s basically. It's like that Todd McFarlane got onto him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like
if Venom didn't become such a huge thing, I feel like we would have gotten more like Electro and Rhino and like other smaller characters.
I think so.
Maybe not even that. Maybe just more Green Goblin, and they would have just stuck with Green Goblin.
Maybe, and maybe he'd be the arch nemesis after all.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on now. So the one on the right says Ben Affleck's version of the Batman would have explored 80 years of Batman mythology.
This is the most interesting part about the Batman thing.
Yeah.
Is that I know it says 80 years of Batman mythology, but
Mhm.
in the DCEU, Ben Affleck's Batman has been Batman for I think 40 something years. I think he said
Okay.
40 or 42 years or something like that.
Yeah.
But like we would have gotten we would have seen like 80 years worth of stuff that has happened to him in those 40
Right.
years he's
Okay.
been Batman. So it's like I think another reason why Ben Affleck's Batman works so well because everybody didn't like him and everybody kind of despised the way Zack Snyder did Batman because
Mhm.
Batman just uses guns like
Yeah.
nonchalant. Like the front of the Batmobile has miniguns on it.
Yeah.
The what do you call it? The Batwing has miniguns on it, and he just
Right.
kind of uses them.
Yeah.
But there was a quote I think he said in Batman v Superman when he was talking to Alfred, and
Mhm.
he was like, he was saying like 42. This is where the 40-year whatever he said thing comes from. That's where I got this from. He was like, 40 years in Gotham, and how many good guys are left, you know? And then
Yeah.
he went on to say stuff like these villains or not these villains. He said like these people just keep getting out, and the more and more we try and put them back in, the more they get out and do something worse.
Yeah.
Like
So has he like
it's just
resorted to killing now? Is that
I think his whole thing is that he's not caught up on the past anymore.
okay?
Because the whole thing with Batman usually is that he's so caught up with the death of his parents
Mhm.
and the whole gun rule thing. Like he's so caught up with that he like limits himself.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck's Batman is basically free of that. Like at some point in his time as Batman, he thought to himself, okay, this process that I've been doing for so long isn't working, so I need to start doing it a different way and free myself of like everything that is not letting me do it this way to be able to do it this way.
Mhm.
Like he basically said the whole no gun thing, the death of my parents, he basically said, I need to let go of all that and do what I need to do so that these people, and he's probably talking about like the Joker, Killer Croc, like all of his rogues gallery.
Mhm.
He's basically saying that to say like each time they get out, they do something worse. I need to completely stop that from happening. So he's basically adapted kind of a Punisher mindset.
Yeah, I can see
And
that.
I think that works for his Batman because he's been Batman for so long at this point.
Yeah, he's more of seasoned Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's really interesting. I would have loved to see that for sure.
And then do you remember in the Flash when he was talking to Barry, like when they were outside, it was night, and like he was dropping Barry off back at his apartment, and they were like having a talk outside. And then he was talking about Barry was talking about like all the events that made him who he was. And then Bruce was and then Barry started talking about how he could like completely fix that. Like he doesn't have to be the Flash anymore. That's what he was saying when he was saying, I got to go save my mom. Because he can. He found out how to time travel. And then that's when Bruce said, the scars you've gained over the years is what defines you today. Like it's what you become today. You can't go back and change it. You can't go back and fix it. And that's what I think adds to that. You know, when I was saying like how he realizes he has to let go of the past, that's what adds to that argument about what he thinks about.
And that's what happened when he saved his mom was like then the version of Barry was like this weird, annoying person. Like it's not.
And now he's just accepted it for what it is. He's not letting it like limit him anymore.
Yeah.
He's just he's basically saying it is what it is. It's in the past. It's led me to where I am today.
Yeah.
But
And I think
can't
that's
get
like
caught up on it. I
Yeah.
just gotta do what I
Exactly.
need to do.
Yeah, I think that's like an important lesson that we can all learn from, is that like we can learn from our mistakes, and you don't have to like ignore the past or like regret what happened. You just use those mistakes to learn and stuff, and it just makes
And
you
that's
who you are.
why I think Ben Affleck might be one of the best Batmans that we've seen in live action.
Okay.
But then again, there's also the traditional old-fashioned way of doing Batman, where he does care about that stuff and he limits himself, which is why I also think Christian Bale's Batman and Robert Pattinson's Batman are both equally as good in a sense, even better, maybe even better. I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
I think this is a controversial.
Yeah, we're getting into uncharted territories here.
I think the top. Look, all I'm saying is the top 3 live-action Batmen
Okay.
come down to Robert Pattinson, Christian Bale, and Ben Affleck. And I know I'm missing the big one.
Adam
I'm
West?
missing the big one. No, not Adam West. Although
What are you talking about?
He was a foundational Batman. I'll say that.
The disrespect to Adam West.
I think you're even forgetting the one I'm referring to.
For live action?
Yeah.
Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Is the one where people would say, no, he's the second best, or he's better than Affleck, or The thing with Michael Keaton's Batman is that I feel like it comes down to who's a better Bruce Wayne. That fits into that too.
I think that Michael Keaton, like the image of a billionaire in the 80s is Michael Keaton, and like the early 90s. Michael Keaton, he's got like just the way he looks in his suit, like his tux and everything. He's got the face and the hair. Someone like Christian Bale, he's like a little sharper looking, more early 2000s. You know how like the look kind of changes with that. So like, yeah, I mean they're both pretty good Bruce Waynes, but it just depends on like how you look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah,
I think Ben Affleck's Batman I think he's started to grow on me these past couple of years. I think he's starting to become. I think he might be my favorite live action Batman.
Actually, that's valid.
Yep.
Just maybe we're gonna take a stream. Maybe when we do the 75 and we were talking about the Bean Boozled.
Yeah.
Maybe we could also do a bunch of tier lists on different
fun.
live action.
Yeah, we got to get some people in here too.
We got to do that. We got to do like the big 3. We got to do Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man. And rank all the live action actors for each of those to determine which one is the best.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Do the big 3.
Yeah. All right. That sounds good. Okay. Yeah, I'm still thinking up stuff for that stream. I still want to do the hey, I wrote it down too. Make shorts of Friday night streams, and so I'm gonna do that. And we got Soph. Soph is up in the house with the Spider-Man 2099 profile picture. I love that. Nice. All right, let's move on now. That's only slide 1 out of 11, guys. So let's just hang in there. All right. So we got some director's cuts, or like the first one here, talking about all the different directors that were offered to direct The Flash: Sam Raimi, Jordan Peele, Mark Webb, Ben Affleck, and Matthew Vaughn.
Literally any of those directors I feel like would have been better.
Yeah. Matthew Vaughn did Kick-Ass and X-Men First Class. Okay, so he's done some
good. Yeah. I feel like any of those would have been better.
Yeah.
Then I forgot his name. It's Andy something. I can't pronounce his last name.
That did The Flash?
Yeah, that did The Flash. I think it starts with an M, his last name.
Andy Muschietti. Andres.
Yeah.
Andres.
Andreas. Okay. Muschietti. Yeah. I feel like, look, here's the thing. You got to look at it because if Sam Raimi did it, he would have done, his classic signature style, kind of wacky, goofy, kind of comedic stuff. But like, at least Sam Raimi's comedy, when Sam Raimi does comedy, it's actually funny comedy.
He's a little more classy, I feel.
Yeah.
Jordan
Peele, I feel like
would have been
when it comes to comedic. Yeah, when it comes to a comedic level and also a dramatic level,
for sure,
Jordan Peele would have been the best at that.
I mean, we talked about Nope. Nope was sick.
Nope was sick. Also, I think people, and Jordan Peele didn't really work on this, but I think he was part of the movie. I think he was I think he did stuff with the script writing and stuff. I'm not sure. Candyman.
Oh.
Candyman. He did stuff with Candyman, and Candyman was a very intense film.
Really?
And it was also a very creepy film the way they shot
Candyman?
it. I forgot what he did on it. He wasn't like a director or anything. I don't think.
It doesn't look like it.
He might have been a producer. Was he a producer?
Candyman. I just searched up Candyman Jordan Peele. I think it says he's what? It's written by him. It says.
Okay, so he wrote it.
Yeah.
I feel like he really would have been good. I think he would have been the best choice for that.
I agree.
Because he would have done some really cool stuff with it.
I mean, I feel like he can do cool stuff with anything,
Yeah. And then we got, what is that? Mark Webb. What has Mark Webb done? I forgot what he did.
Mark Webb. He did the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. I don't think.
Okay, so Ben Affleck.
Okay. Hey, wait a minute.
Look, I know people. I feel like too often glamorize. Like, okay, let's settle this right now. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is one of the best live-action Spider-Man.
Well, how many live-action Spider-Man are there? Okay.
I know. There's only 3 good ones, but okay. He is one of the best live-action Spider-Man. But his movies, I feel like people are blinded by the fact that it's Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, and then they go and they watch the movies and they're like, "Oh, I forgot how bad this was." Because I told you I tried to do that. Because I tried to go back before No Way Home and I watched all the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
And the first Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie, that was fine. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't the best, right?
Yeah.
And then there was Spider-Man 2. Oh my God. I forgot how much I disliked that movie.
I can't say the villain in that. Was that
that was Electro. Harry. Oh. And Harry. It was I forget about Harry. Harry was in there too, I guess.
Harry was whack in that movie. He had
like a little
nasty, dude.
Like twitch going on. He was like, yeah. He looked like a goblin from like Lord of the Rings movies.
Gremlin, bro.
And I don't know. It was just a very. I just forgot how much I disliked that movie. Yeah. But Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man definitely carried it.
Oh yeah,
he definitely carried it.
He understood the comedy written into it and everything. And
yeah,
he was a good.
I feel like with what Mark Webb had, I feel like he did a pretty decent job.
Yeah.
Now with the Flash, I don't know how that would have worked out. I feel like he would have. I feel like he would have made some darker elements, or he would have put in some more darker elements to the movie. Which, here's the thing with that though. Like, yes, that would have been cool. But here's the thing: they're also trying to transition into the new era of DC and move away from the concepts of the Snyderverse, which was mainly darker tones and like more realistic scenarios.
Yeah.
Like they even said, James Gunn was even like, I'm trying to move away from that. Like he wants to make it more enjoyable and like
right.
You know. So I feel like Mark Webb, if Mark Webb would have done it, he would have made it a very similar to what Zack Snyder would have envisioned for it, but not exactly. Like he would have made his own changes, of course. But in terms of the tone and even some of the characters, it would have been very similar in that aspect.
I agree. Ben Affleck. Note that he did Air. He directed Air. That came.
He did Air and Air. I still haven't seen Air. I need to watch Air because I've heard that was like a very, very good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I think I gave it a 3 or 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah. I think just
what else did he do too? I know he's done some other. I know he did. I think he did Fargo.
Argo.
Did he do Fargo? Argo.
He also directed The Town.
The Town.
Gone Baby Gone. Live by Night, and the title of this movie. What? It's called I Killed My Lesbian Wife, Hung Her on a Meat Hook, and Now I Have a 3-Picture Deal at Disney. That's the name of this movie.
That seems like, wait, when was that made?
1993.
You know what's funny? I feel like at the start of everybody's career, they always do something like goofy. Like
that's like because he's friends with what's his face? Clerks, you know? So like he's doing that stuff around that time. So he's like a kid with his friends. He's doing all this mall rats stuff, you know. So. That's
like, it reminds me of how Bob Odenkirk started off with his career. Because he started off.
Didn't he do stand up?
Yeah, he did stand up.
I've seen some of his clips,
And then he actually had his own TV show. I forgot what it was called, but it's like no one's heard of it because no one watched it. But it's like you could go and watch it. Like he did his own TV show, and it was basically just comedy sketches. Nice. And apparently it's really funny, but like that's where he started. Mm-hmm. And then he started writing stuff for SNL.
Gotcha.
That's when his comedic career actually kicked off. Mm-hmm. And then he's been writing for SNL, I think ever since, really. Just recently, he hasn't done really any sketches because all the people who he used to work with who worked on SNL are no longer working at SNL. And B, he had stuff like Better Call Saul, and now he did Lucky Hank. So and he's coming out with a new TV show as well.
Did you see that thing? The meme of it was.
Hi, Jaeger.
What's up?
What's up, man?
Lucky Hank, Unlucky Hank. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have seen
What's up, Jaeger? I don't know. That just instantly popped into my mind when you said Lucky Hank.
That was funny.
Okay.
But it's like
Matthew Vaughn. All right, go on.
Matthew Vaughn, he did the X-Men First Class, and he did what else?
Kingsman.
Like Kingsman.
Kick-Ass.
He has a pretty good track record. To be honest.
Does.
I feel like if Matthew Vaughn would have done it, he would have made it.
He also did Days of Future Past.
I feel like if Matthew Vaughn did it, he would have made it slightly complicated.
He also did the 2015 Fantastic Four movie with Michael B. Jordan.
Well, that was a studio.
That was a production.
That was like butchered by the studio.
He also did the Bloodshot movie with Vin Diesel.
Oh. I don't think anybody went to. I
didn't see that either. That is Guy Pearce in it. Interesting.
I feel like Matthew Vaughn with The Flash. I feel like he would have kept it relatively the same, but he would have made it complicated.
Yeah.
Because with all of his X-Men stuff, and like he I think also works with a lot of time travel elements and a lot of stuff he does. Not time travel, like he likes to make things complicated in terms of plot. I also feel like that would have benefited to the Flash's advantage. Because
look at what Yeager's saying. So this is for the second piece of news here. But he's saying that Ayer debunked the rumor of his cut coming out for DC starts.
I don't know. I just saw this
Oh.
and I was like, man, we're getting the Ayer cut.
Ayer cut coming out before. All right. What were we saying before? I'll research what it's
about. So I feel like it would have benefited the movie if it was more complicated, because it is about Flashpoint, and Flashpoint is meant to be a complicated story that has to do with time travel and alternate realities. And I feel like if Matthew Vaughn did it, we would also have the Reverse Flash, because the Reverse Flash is the one who explains everything to Barry about why this is happening. And in the process of explaining it all to Barry, he explains it to the audience as well, because it's such a complicated thing to understand.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if Matthew Vaughn would have did it, we would have gotten a very complicated story, relatively the same, except the Reverse Flash probably would have been in it. And he would have had him explain most of it. And then there would have been a complete universe reset at the end. I feel like that would have been more like, what do you call it? Easier to do with Matthew Vaughn.
Yeah.
So I feel like the directors come down to Jordan Peele and Matthew Vaughn for me. I feel like either of those directors would have been better than Andy Muschietti.
True.
Like, The Flash isn't the
Andreas.
worst movie in the world.
So
Andreas Muschietti. It's not the worst movie in the world, but The Flash, I don't know. I can't see myself going back to watch it. Like I said this before. I'd rather go back and watch the first 3 seasons of the Flash TV show than go back and watch the Flash movie, because I feel like the TV show at least
for sure
does a way better, understands the Flash and the Reverse Flash's whole history with each other way better than the movie knows who the Flash is.
Yeah.
Like, if that makes sense.
So I think the Ayer cut, it looks, based on like the 90 seconds of research that I just did, it looks like it was just all like blown up from this like one tweet that he did.
Oh, okay. So no Ayer cut.
Well, I'm not sure, but I'll just read what he said initially. This is what started this. So basically, the Nerd Rage podcast said, not to call out David by saying this, but do you know this was released back in 2016, right? This Suicide Squad movie. He said, what's your advice on how to navigate the situation with grace? There's a genuine curiosity of interest from a lot of people, and I'm aware of there is another group of people that have fun mocking the film. Your comment is a perfect example of how many are magnetically drawn discussion to the 2016 film in a negative way. Have you ever had an experience in life that didn't? What? Have you ever had?
It probably meant didn't go the way you wanted. That didn't drag you. That made you rethink everything.
All right.
I have.
Yeah. All I know is my unseen film plays much better than the studio release. The interest in my cut being shown seems real and organic, and Gunn told me it would have its time to be shared. He also deserves to launch his DC universe without more drama about old projects. In a way, I'm chained to this thing. I'm riding a tiger here and navigating the situation the best I can. Life is a very strange journey. Welcome to my TED Talk. So reading over that sounds like he's releasing something, bro.
Yeah, it does. That's what I'm saying. So here's the thing. He's very aware that a lot of people hate the theatrical cut that we got.
Yep.
Probably because it was chopped up by the studio and another director. What else did he say?
These are just other people retweeting and
the Ayer cut. He'd spoken about that we will eventually see. I'm assuming that we're gonna get it just not like next year, you know?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's something that's gonna we're gonna get it because it's done, right? Like they
Yeah.
have it. He even
Yeah.
said they have it, and he knows it's better than the theatrical cut.
Mhm.
When we're gonna get it, I guess that's up for Peter Safran and James Gunn to decide because now they're running the show. I think I'm excited for the Ayer cut if he would just release it. Like I don't see the negative impact of releasing it because as of right now you can't make any money from it.
And I feel like you've already set a
Unless-
low from what came out in 2016.
Yeah.
So it's like just release the director's cut.
Here's the thing though. You also got to understand James Gunn did the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah.
Like he did the new one that came out,
Yeah.
the like much better one that a lot of people would prefer. To be
Mhm.
honest, I really prefer it over the 2016 one.
Yeah, me too.
So I feel like it doesn't really come down to if it'll be better, if his cut will be better than the theatrical version. I think it comes down to will it be better than James Gunn's version?
Interesting. That's interesting.
I think that's how you got to look at
maybe.
it. Because the James Gunn's Suicide Squad was excellent.
Yeah.
And then we got the Ayer cut, which may or may not be as good or even better than James Gunn's version. To be honest, it might just come down to what's his name? James Gunn's reputation and all this.
Well, Yeager's saying that he doesn't believe what James Gunn says. And he goes on to say, apparently, Gal Gadot says they're still making Wonder Woman 3, but later on, people are saying they aren't.
Oh, yeah, I read about that, too. So the whole thing, because we were talking about that last week, how apparently Wonder Woman 3 is in development. You also, I feel like people are forgetting this point, that Hollywood right now is shut down. Like, I don't know if people still realize that, but it's shut down. Like, writers are gone, actors are gone, and the VFX artists are unionizing, which we'll get to in a little bit, and they're probably going to be gone too. So Hollywood is shut down right now. And there's, like I said, we're going to talk about some more stuff that is evidence of that later in the news.
Yeah.
But of course they wouldn't be working on Wonder Woman 3 because they can't. Because Gal Gadot is out on the picket lines. The writer's out on the picket lines. Like, that's the reason why they're not working on Wonder Woman 3. But I feel like the whole thing about James Gunn saying, okay, we're going to work on Wonder Woman 3, he's saying that for when everything gets back to normal, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be talked about at some point. They're gonna start doing that whole process at some point, but they can't do it now because Hollywood is shut down.
I'm just waiting to see all these timelines pushed back by like 3 years.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm
what do you think what do you think the Avatar movies are gonna be like now? Especially with the VFX artists unionizing.
Well, that was in Marvel, but it makes sense for it to reach.
Yeah, but they're probably gonna all unionize.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think it would just be a Marvel thing.
I mean, the Marvel Studios, that's probably like the biggest VFX studio, like,
oh yeah,
of all time.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on now. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so
yes.
All right, James Gunn, for the win here. The
So,
DCU will be releasing animated theatrical films. I meant that Wonder Woman 3 isn't happening.
well, of course it's not. Not now.
No.
Wonder Woman
that's
3
what
is
Gal
going to
Gadot
happen.
said.
That's the Wonder Woman 3 is happening. That's the only logical thing for Wonder Woman 3 might not be happening, but a third Wonder Woman movie is going to happen. Maybe not part of the DCEU, but we are getting a third Wonder Woman movie.
All right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't be called Wonder Woman 3, obviously, because it's in a new universe.
Yeah,
but
okay.
It's still the third Wonder Woman movie. We're getting a Wonder Woman 3.
That makes sense.
You know?
Yeah.
Of course, like I said, not now, but it's happening when everything gets back to normal.
Yeah. Okay, so
animated universe. For those who don't know, The previous DC animated universe kind of stopped after a certain event happened in the main DC animated universe. DCAU, it's called. That's what I was thinking of. Because
Okay.
DC animated DCAU, that's what people call it.
All right.
The DCAU, I think, ended on a universe resetting note kind of thing.
Okay.
And then we just haven't gotten anything from the main DCEU since. But I think that was like before COVID. Like that was a little while ago. So it hasn't been a thing for a while. But since everything is getting back up and running, hopefully when everything else is over right now, they're making, not only are they releasing more animated films for the new DCAU that's happening, but they're going to be theatrical films, which is a very big change from the other AU films that we've been getting, because I'm pretty sure most of them weren't theatrical. Like you couldn't go see them.
Yeah.
They were definitely released right to streaming services.
Yeah.
But we're getting more, and we get to go see them on the big screen this time.
That's gonna be exciting for sure.
That should be exciting. I want them to make. What if they made a Batman Beyond like animated movie? Because they were gonna make a Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton if the Flash did well, but it didn't, so that's not happening anymore.
No.
But if they did an animated version,
I'd watch that.
I feel like I would watch that.
They I want them to do like, what I don't want them to do is do like this like cartoonish like JLA stuff, you know. Like I don't want any of that. I'd like to see him go a little darker with it and do like something like, I know we've been seeing a lot of like Joker recently.
You need to watch, like, you know what you would like. Did you see the animated Batman Dark Knight Returns movie? There's like a part 1 and a part 2.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
I saw the Killing Joke though.
The part 1 and part 2 of the Dark Knight Returns animated movie, those are considered some of the best DC animated movies of all time. You should go watch those.
All right, I will.
I have watched those more times than I think I've seen the Dark Knight, to be honest.
Oh goodness.
But and it's a part 1 and 2, so like the first part covers like the first half of the graphic novel, and then the second part covers the second half of the graphic novel. It basically just splits the stories up.
All right, I'll check it out.
Oh, also go watch Superman Red Son, because that's like
you've told me. I've heard about that.
That is a very dark interpretation of those characters. If you want to see that.
Jaeger, I don't want to hear. Okay. I got my priorities straight here. Okay. Oh, I already moved on to the next slide.
Well, I guess we might as well address this now.
So, the VFX workers have formed a union against Marvel Studios, so that basically means that they're going on a strike, I guess.
They're definitely going to go on strike. I wouldn't be surprised if the VFX workers of America.
I mean, we've heard the stories about the VFX workers in She-Hulk. Remember that?
To be honest, if you really think about it, I feel like the VFX artists kind of started most of this, because I think it started back when they started to complain about the conditions and stuff, and then other people started to listen who are in the industry. Like that's when everybody's ears started turning on to the whole conversation about being treated right. Then the writers started getting onto it, and then the actors started getting onto it. And then the writers went on strike because they hate all the things that are happening. And what made it worse, I think what made them snap, is the use of AI in movie scripts that is starting to become a thing, apparently. And now, of course, they're on strike, and then the actors followed, because they said, hey, if you're not doing anything about the writers, we're gonna make you do something about this whole situation because now we're gonna go on strike.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything without the actors.
No.
So, and now the VFX artists are like, okay, well, we saw the writers go on strike because of what happened with AI.
Yep.
And now the actors are going on strike in support of the writers. And now I think their whole mindset, the VFX artist mindset, is AI, I think, mainly affects VFX work because a lot of VFX now can be done using AI.
Yeah.
And now there's not really. I did hear that they're like appointing AI supervisors at Marvel and big studios to supervise AI like scripts, like script writing and VFX. Yeah, they've appointed people. They're like hiring, or they haven't appointed people yet, I don't think, but they're definitely hiring people to do AI supervising.
Jaeger,
planned.
I'm ready to boycott Marvel at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'll see the movies that I want to see, but I feel like I stopped watching like every single Marvel movie that came out.
You know what else they're saying? I think the Marvels comes out in like a couple months too. I think November or something.
The movie?
Here's the thing. They're saying the Marvels is going to be the worst MCU flop of all time.
Really?
Because nobody's talking about it. It's not getting like the marketing isn't doing anything. There's no traction.
Yeah, it says the release date is November 10th.
Yeah, November. So it's like that's a few months away, and nobody's talking about the Marvels because nobody cares. And also, they're not even going to be doing a premiere for the Marvels because the actors won't show up for the premiere.
Well, there you go. That's what happens.
And now, like I said, they're appointing or they're looking for people to hire as AI supervisors for things like VFX and script writing.
Yeah.
Which is like, they're not doing anything to fix the problem. You know what's weird? You know how I was telling you I was watching BoJack? There's literally the last half of the last season.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing is that they're in the film industry and it's like, it's about struggling actors and everything like that.
Yeah.
All of the assistants in Hollywood go on strike.
Oh, nice.
Like all the assistants to all the executives. And then it's like an apocalypse and everything just like there's like political turmoil. There's like we want respect. And I was like, oh my God, this is happening right now. And this show came out in like 2015. That's crazy.
Nice. Yeah. That's
weird prediction. Because it literally it's like what's going on right now.
It's like The Simpsons predicting everything.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like this is crazy.
The thing about Spider-Man 4 here says that Tom Holland says it'll only happen on one incredibly difficult condition. And what he said was that if we can't find a way to compete with the third one, he'll swing off into the sunset. That's the caption below there. That's what Tom Holland said, which is pretty that's a bold statement considering Spider-Man 3 is
because Tom Holland, I think Tom Holland's mindset at this point is like, because you know what's weird too is that like more people want a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4 and a Andrew Garfield Spider-Man 3 rather than an MCU Spider-Man 4.
Because I feel like he also thinks, well, rightfully so, that like he doesn't need the two other supporting actors to make his movie good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's like he's saying basically we need to do something like crazy.
Yeah.
Like we need to do something that'll either be just as good or better than No Way Home, and we need to do it right.
The only way that you can do that is either bring in Venom or Miles.
Yeah. Which we know Venom's in the MCU now from the post-credit scene, or like the little thing is like on the table.
And we also last stream we talked about the concept art for Tom Holland's symbiote suit
Mhm.
from Spider-Man 3.
Yep.
Jaeger says or Deadpool.
Look, at this point, I think Deadpool is the only other Marvel project I'm looking forward to besides Daredevil. Like right now,
What about
the
what about
only
the Marvels movie? Everyone's looking
Oh.
forward to the Marvel. Wait, you don't want to watch them?
everyone's looking forward to
Dude,
that.
I love the Marvels, bro.
Look, all I'm saying is, also, by the way, Daredevil stopped production because of all of this, which is great. Another
Oh, yeah.
setback that we all want, obviously.
Fantastic.
But Daredevil is what I'm gunning for. If they don't do that right, I'm done. I am like, if I watch the first episode and I'm like, what is this? This is BS.
Looking how things are going right now, I feel like that may be the way that things are heading for Daredevil, honestly.
And it's weird because I feel like I have more hope for Deadpool than I do Daredevil.
Yeah.
Deadpool's going to be rated R. And like,
Yeah.
we know it's going to, like, they got the same people working on it. They got, like, Deadpool seems like it's going good. And then, like, you got the pictures of Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds on set looking all happy in their costumes.
And then,
it's
like, the next
oh
thing
my
we know,
God.
that everything's pushed back. And
then
it's
everything's pushed
completely
back.
stopped
And
production.
then they stop production. But it seems like at the rate they're going on Deadpool, it seems like that's probably going to be more of a project I'm looking forward to than Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Because as of right
I
now,
agree.
there's still a lot of controversy behind what they're doing on Daredevil right now.
Yeah.
Now there was some news about like the main villain for the first half of the first season, because there's 18 episodes. Oh my God. The first half of the first season is going to be a character called Muse.
Okay.
And he's in the comics, and he's a serial killer that makes artwork, but with his victims.
Yeah. I remember we talked about that. Yeah.
So that's an interesting like villain, you know? Like, I'm excited to see how that's going to go if that ends up panning out. On the other hand, what about Kingpin? What about my man Vincent? Where does he play? And like, I did see some other stuff. There were some set photos of like protesters like on set, but they were acting as protesters. They weren't actual protesters. People acting as protesters on set, and they had a bunch of like Fisk merch. Like, there was a guy with one of those big foam pointing fingers like this.
Yeah.
And it said Fisk on it.
Really?
So it's like apparently he's running for mayor, like in the comics.
Yeah.
So he has like a whole political campaign going.
Wow. That's cool.
Which is cool, but
so he's going to be involved in the show. Nice.
And of course, as I see more and more of what's going on with the Daredevil show, I realize this isn't going to connect to the Netflix version at all, which is slightly disappointing.
Yeah.
Because as we know from the end of the Netflix show, this isn't a huge spoiler. But basically, Matt Murdock gave Fisk a warning. He was like, because that's when they're in his house at the very end, and he's like beating him. And he's like, you get out of this city, and I'll guarantee your wife's safety. And you also give me back my friends who you kidnapped. That was basically his whole thing. He's like, I'm giving you one chance to leave, because now I have physically overpowered you, and I'll do it again.
Okay.
And I'm giving you one chance to leave and take your wife and go somewhere nice and never come back to New York. And we're good. That's basically, that was his terms. Like, don't come back here, release my friends, and I won't go after your wife and get you guys both put in jail for what you did. Mm-hmm. That was his whole... Yeah. Seems simple enough.
Now he's running for mayor.
And now he's running for mayor in New York City, which is like, knowing it's weird though, because I know it doesn't connect to the Netflix show, but just knowing what the end of the Netflix show was, and then transitioning to what we're going to get in the new Daredevil show, it's like a weird.
Yeah.
I hope something gets explained, and I hope it gets explained very thoroughly, so that we can all know what's happening.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you have Modern Warfare 2, by the way?
I don't have Modern Warfare 2.
No.
I have Black Ops 2.
Okay. All right. I'm moving on. This okay. So you have to explain this. Why don't you explain this to the viewers because it was a
Okay.
little confusing the way it's worded.
This
Go.
is very. This is another one of those things that just makes people more and more mad. You know how saying they were gonna do AI supervisors, like they're looking
Yep.
for people to be AI supervisors. This basically fits into this. That basically fits into this.
Yeah.
So what they do, right? And this is specifically. Oh god dang it! But this is specifically.
hey, wait,
for...
Jaeger, you should have heard what he said about Adam West earlier, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, don't! I didn't say
should've-
anything. I
Yeah,
just
you
said he
did.
was. I didn't say
Oh.
he was one of the best
Oh.
Batman ever. I said he was one of the foundational Batman.
That is a fact. However, I feel like Jaeger may, he may, yeah. See, he's
Okay,
Very
I'm
much.
just, I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna gloss over that and move on with this. So
right.
now this only applies to extras on set. If you guys don't know what extras are, background actors, people who aren't actually in
Yeah.
frame talking, they're just there. They're the people you see in the background doing whatever, just filling the space, right?
Right.
So instead of having actual people do that for work, for money, for pay,
That's what this whole actors and writers strike is.
Yeah.
Basically.
now apparently they started scanning actors' likenesses, extras' likenesses, and are instead going to put their likenesses on AI
That's-
versions of
that's so dumb.
themselves in the background to limit production spending.
Dude, hiring extras can't be that expensive. Oh my gosh, Adam West is in the chat right now.
Uh-oh.
Dark Knight, what do you have to say?
He
What do you have to say about that?
He was rolling in the grave and he heard what I said. Uh-oh.
Bro, some Adam West is in the house.
So yeah, anyway, this is a very, very big issue. And one of the main reasons, actually probably the main reason why actors are going on strike right now. And on top
Yeah.
of Disney and other big companies looking for people to be AI supervisors on top of this news, negotiations aren't looking very great right now between actors and studios.
I mean, we saw that thing before that I put on the presentation about how like one of the executives or whatever was, or like the producers was saying like the end game, the goal is to draw this on long enough for the actors and writers to start losing their homes.
Oh my god.
Isn't that insane to actually, how could you actually say that?
This
How
is
could you say
literally, it's literally the plot of the last part of BoJack Horseman. I swear, dude. It's exactly, no, there was literally a scene where they met with the head of the union of Hollywood assistants.
Okay.
They met with the union and they basically like, they told her, okay, we're going to give you, they had this whole plan about making him stop because all they wanted was to not be assistants anymore and actually have like real jobs.
Yeah.
So they basically told her, they sat down with her in a meeting room and they basically told her, okay, we're going to give you a 2-year contract to become an executive. And then they basically, and then she was like, if you're going to give me a 2-year contract, you got to give all of us 2-year
Okay,
contracts.
that makes sense. Yeah.
And then he was like, don't worry, you're not a part of them anymore. You're one of us now. And then they basically told her like, you're one of us now. You don't have to worry about them anymore.
Yeah.
You're an executive now. Just sign this piece of paper and it's all over. That's basically, and then she like had a panic attack and signed the paper and ran out of the room
Wow.
and like didn't talk to any of the other assistants. It's this
Wow. Yeah.
clearly what's happening.
Yeah.
They're screwing over background actors, they're screwing over actors in general, they're screwing over writers, and they're screwing over VFX artists.
Yeah. And I feel like it all boils down to like Marvel is over expanding. and they're focusing more on quantity than quality, than they were
And
before.
also, where's Kevin Feige in all of this? Because I haven't heard anything out of Kevin Feige's mouth in like 3 months.
Kevin Feige is like he's probably sitting up there in his mansion, just like chilling with like. It's probably not. I don't know.
The person, you know what happened? The person above him told him to be quiet.
The Disney guy.
The Disney guy above him
Oh my
was
gosh.
like, "Hey, don't say anything, or you're
Dude,
next."
The only guy above the Disney guy is like God or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
it's like there's no.
Well, the thing about the Disney guy we keep talking about, like the CEO of Disney, like they've gone like through 3 CEOs in the past month or something.
Really?
Maybe not 3, but like the last CEO got fired. We know about that because we talked about that a couple months
That was a
ago.
few months ago. Yeah.
And as of right now, the new CEO, I think he's getting a lot of heat for everything. And
Yeah, I mean, as he should, dude. Like whoever's responsible, like.
What's his name? Bob Iger. That's who Bryan Cranston was like roasting.
Oh.
Remember that?
Gotcha.
Remember
Yeah.
we were talking about that video, and he was
I told my mom
Mr.
I'd show you that
Iger,
video.
Mr. Iger, we will not be disrespected in this manner. We want our dignity back.
Listen to us. Listen to us. Listen to
Yeah.
what we were saying.
Yeah.
Yeager says he's gonna make his own movie. Dude, do it.
I know. I'm gonna make my own movie too. We're all
Yeah,
gonna
me
make our
too.
own movies.
Yeah.
We're all gonna end up. You know what's gonna happen? We're all gonna end up going to A24 because they're the only one who actually care about
Yeah.
actors and stuff like that. We're gonna go to A24 and we're gonna
Yep.
say, "Hey, do you want to be the next money-making studio? Because we will make a ton of movies for you as long as you don't, screw us over."
Well, there's
and
no way to-
use AI
yeah.
to cover
Mhm.
up all of our work. We'll be fine. Just go to A24 and do it because they'll
Yeah.
do it.
Or make your own production company.
Or at this point, might as well.
I feel like that. Yeah, I know. Yeah. We could join forces and do something. You know.
Yeah, we could do. There should be a studio crossover of just like
Dude.
every good studio, and then all the bad studios will have their crossover as well, and then
I
there's
feel
gonna be
like-
a huge
yeah.
end game of studio.
Dude, remember like this was a while ago, but remember when we were talking about Yeager said he's gonna be a knockoff of Shaggy.
So that tracks.
We were talking about how they were gonna like eventually do a Marvel DC crossover, but once like no one cares about Marvel and DC anymore, they're just gonna like
I think
it out.
that time is now. I think it came
I
sooner
feel-
than we thought it was.
that's exactly what I was saying. Like I that time's coming a little faster than I expected. I was thinking like a decade or so.
You know what's gonna happen? James Gunn one night when the DCU starts to fall apart, which may be very soon because nothing is happening right now.
Yeah.
He's gonna be high, and he's gonna call up Kevin Feige, and he's gonna be like, "Dude, you won't believe this idea I just had."
Bro, you know they're thinking about it. You know he's thinking.
What
he's
if-
thought about it?
He's like, "What if we do a studio crossover? Marvel, DC will make billions of dollars. People from around the globe will be raving about it." And then Kevin Feige will be like, it's like 4 a.m, and he'll be like, "Yeah, man, all right, I'll talk to you tomorrow, dude." And then James Gunn's just like, "Oh my God, this is happening. I just had the best idea in the world." And then he's gonna hang up the phone, and then they're gonna like go talk to each other the next day, and then James Gunn's gonna be like, "Yeah, dude, so what did you want to talk to me about?" And he's like, "What do you mean? We talked on the phone last night." And then James Gunn's gonna be like, "Oh, was I high again?" And then Kevin Feige is gonna be like, "Yeah, man, you're probably high again. I wouldn't doubt that after what happened on Guardians of the Galaxy." And then Kevin Feige's gonna be like, "So are we doing this Marvel DC thing?" And then James Gunn's gonna be like, "Dude, I'm like $3 million in debt. We have to do something. And to be honest, I think this is our last resort." And then they're gonna do the Marvel DC crossover, and it's probably gonna suck, and it's probably gonna be all AI because
Yeah.
none of the actors want to do anything.
Probably. Bro, it's gonna be like all those freaking like CGI things from the Flash, like how they did the bro.
And James, you know what's funny is James Gunn's probably gonna direct it, but then he gets fired and they go through like 20 other directors over the course of filming it.
Yeah.
And then it's just like you see in the credits, it's like directed by, and then it's just a huge list of like.
Dude, they're gonna cycle through all those directors in like 2 months. It's gonna
what if it starts saying like Quentin Tarantino, David Fincher, like just all these, like they get super desperate and they just pay like the top directors like all this money. And
I was thinking about the CGI for the Christopher the Nicolas Cage Superman in the Flash and like all those cameos.
Yeah, that's what the whole movie is gonna look like.
Yeah,
it's just all mocap. Like when you see behind the scenes footage posted to YouTube or on like the special Blu-ray disc or whatever, it's just people in green mocap suits running.
It's just gonna be like a couple people behind some computer screens, just like
and then there's just like people doing all the AI VFX and stuff like that, and then there's like a soundstage with just like a massive green screen and like 2 guys in green suits just running around.
They just like press a couple buttons. Dude, I love how you just like made up that whole story about Kevin Feige and James Gunn.
What if like the part where the scene that Quentin Tarantino directs, because they go through so many directives, what if it's like that scene from Pulp Fiction where John Travolta and what's his name?
Samuel L. Jackson
are sitting in the car with that dude in the back seat.
Yeah.
Except it's not those characters. It's like Falcon, Bucky, and who's a guy from DC I could use? Hawkman. What if they're just all in a car together? Wow. And then it's like because you know Bucky always has like a gun on him. Like, what if they're talking to Hawkman and then Bucky, they hit like a curve and Bucky turns around and shoots Hawkman in the head. He's like,
"Oh, well, you gotta have an opinion, dude, man.
Shoot, man!" And then what's his name? Who else was in the front seat? I was saying
Samuel L. Jackson.
And Samuel L. Jackson's there as like a 90-year-old Nick Fury, and he's just like, "What are you doing, man? Come on. We were talking to him. He was a nice guy." And then Bucky was like, my finger slipped on the trigger, dude. I don't know what you want me to do.
I just shot Hawkman in the face, man. Dude, that's
and then like Hawk Girl comes out of the sky and like uses her medieval whatever and like smashes the car in half.
What? I think that's where like someone like James.
That's where the director switched out. And Quentin Tarantino was no longer directing the scene.
Oh,
and man. Who's Mark Webb comes in and he's like, "Okay, we're gonna do this thing with Hawk Girl," and like you know that moonshot from the end of the first Amazing Spider-Man movie where it's like he's swinging and he's like his silhouette goes up against the moon. It's like that, but with Hawk Girl, and she's flying in to like kill Samuel L. Jackson's character in the car and Bucky's character. That's all I'm saying, dude. That's what it's gonna come down to, because everybody's indecisive. Nobody wants to make peace with the actors or the writers. None of the executives or the studios do.
I don't know if they have any plans to either, which is concerning. So
yeah.
All right, that was funny. All right, let's move on. So so this is actually kind of, we're on like a roll with all this stuff. So they should do this. So I was gonna say that they should do this with the Marvels, but it's already like done. Marvel's Echo is missing from Disney's 2023 release calendar. And it says at the bottom, the series was previously announced to drop on November 29th, a few weeks after.
And they're done filming.
Yeah.
So what do you think's happening in post-production right now? Especially with all the VFX workers starting to unionize at Marvel.
I think it's a result of all that stuff. Like all
do you think the Echo crew was just like, "Hey man," like to the dude or to the couple guys like directing like the Echo show, they were like, "Hey man, we're gonna unionize soon, and we just want to let you guys know this project may or may not be done by the time we go on strike."
I mean, it's not if Deadpool 3 stopped production, it's not a surprise that Echo has stopped as well, because I feel like if people working on Echo, they know their place. All right.
Yeah.
Echo's not that much of a priority. Deadpool 3 with Hugh
I feel
Jackman
like
and Ryan Reynolds
at this point, Deadpool 3 is the priority.
Dude,
like,
yeah.
I think that's the
That's
only
the only
priority
thing
they should be worried
Marvel's
about
got
right
going
now.
for them right now.
Yeah. And I would say like Daredevil's also part of that, but to be honest, it's not at this point.
No.
It's just looking worse and worse for that show, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Unfortunately. All right, well,
I would be like so hyped if it comes out and it ends up being better than the Netflix show. Like that would be that would be unimaginable, and I can't even say that that's going to happen, but what if it does and people start going crazy like, "Oh my god, Daredevil's the best Marvel show of all time. It's maybe one of the best Marvel projects of all time, and it's better than the Netflix show." Like, what if that happens, dude? You know how crazy that would be? That would bring Daredevil back to an S tier.
I say that you should just keep on dreaming, buddy.
I should keep on dreaming because you and I both know that's not going to happen.
I haven't even seen the Netflix show. I'm just going to take your word for it. I'm going to say
the Netflix show is God tier. You need to watch it because you'll like it. Literally within the first 2 episodes of the first season, it kicks off.
I'm not watching a lot of stuff right now. Like, I'll watch a couple movies on the weekend with my dad, but I'm not watching. I just
watched a whole other TV show within a week, dude.
Okay,
I watched the whole 6-season TV show.
Dude, is that like all you do during the week? Like, what do you do?
No. I actually do stuff during the week, but like at night. Like I watch all my TV at night. So it's like from 9 until 3 or 4 in the morning. That's all I do.
And then what time do you get up?
At noon.
Oh.
And then I have like 5 hours to like do whatever during the day, and then I go back to watching TV at night.
Wow.
That's my whole schedule.
All right.
But as of right now, I'm done with the show I was watching, so I have nothing else to watch. Unless I decide I want to start watching a new show tonight, which is very, very likely.
Okay.
I just realized, too, this is how my college schedule is going to be like. Like,
really?
Like, I'm just going to be like, I'm going to wake up at like 8 in the morning for class. I'm going to go to class all day until like 3 or 4, however late.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do stuff with friends for a little while. I might do some homework. I might, write an essay or whatever.
Yeah.
And then from like 9 at night to 3 in the morning, I'll be watching either a movie, multiple movies, or a TV show. And then I'll wake up at 8 and do it all over again. And I won't get tired because I'll be running on Monster Energy and ramen.
Well, let's just say it's been nice knowing you. Okay, because I don't think that's gonna. I think you're gonna die from doing that.
Will.
Yeah, I think you probably will.
I might.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. It hasn't stopped me so far.
Maybe we'll get to stream number 80 or so before you. Bro, you're gonna be on. You're gonna be like. You're gonna start replacing your water. Your water bottles are gonna start being replaced with Monster Energy.
This is gonna be Monster.
Yeah.
This is gonna be Rain. I'll have another one that'll be ramen. And once I get done with one, I'll just move on to the next, and I'll make those like my drinks from now on instead of water. To be honest, and because I have a mini fridge for my college dorm, I'm going to be stockpiling water and all kinds of drinks. I'm going to be stockpiling so much food. Nice. I only have one class each day, 9 to 10. What? I have 2 classes a day, 2 or 3 classes a day, and I even did my UK program, which gives you credit, so like I don't have to do as much classes as other people do.
Nice.
But I have Friday off, so I guess that's good.
Okay.
But 1 class a day from 9 to 10, that's a little. Unless you're like a junior or senior in college, because otherwise then I'll get it. Yeah. But I don't think you are, Jaeger.
What you said before about like driving back to Detroit to do The
Oh,
stream
you
is
said
like
he's-
every Friday night.
Yeah, you said he's
Oh,
almost done with
okay.
college. That
Gotcha.
tracks.
Yep.
I mean, that tracks. One class a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
What you said about like driving the 2 hours like every day back to your house, like for Friday, every Friday. I don't know if that'd be worth it. Honestly, I feel like it. We'll just have to wait and see. But
I
don't
might
know.
just want to come home for the weekend, dude. And since I have the whole day Friday off, I might just do that.
okay,
Like
Oh,
that might just
gotcha.
be something
Okay.
I
Yeah, the
do
whole-
anyway. Like I probably wouldn't just do it for the stream, but like I might
Okay.
just come home for the weekend anyway. So it's like,
okay.
I might
didn't
as
know
well
you had the
do it.
weekends off. So
Oh yeah, we got weekends off. That's
Okay.
good.
I just thought it was gonna be
Like
like
it's like school. Like you get weekends off. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
I still might have to do some like work on a project or whatever
Yeah.
over the weekend. But like I could do all that here.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's move on now. Let's move on. So this is honestly one of my favorite pieces of news on here. I think this tops the initial Ben Affleck and Zack Snyder.
Well, this is
yeah.
the best piece of news that isn't related to Marvel or
Okay.
DC.
Right.
Either messing up completely or doing something decent for
Yeah.
once in the last 10 years.
Taxi driver writer Paul Schrader has been asked to helm a JFK assassination film starring, is that Vigo or Vigo? Vigo? Mortensen,
Maybe, I don't know.
Shia LaBeouf, Al Pacino, John Travolta, and Courtney Love. And I put all the actors' images on the side there. This,
You know what's crazy? I
Makes
never
sense.
think I would hear Taxi Driver, Paul Schrader, JFK assassination, and all those actors' names in one sentence.
Al Pacino, Shia LaBeouf, John Travolta.
And also, Al Pacino's like, I'm
old.
convinced that he's running on fumes, dude. There's no way. How old is Al Pacino right now?
83.
Oh my god.
He doesn't
Someone
look
just
bad
died-
for 83.
actually- Who just died at the age of 83? Oh, did I show you this? The Breaking Bad actor.
Yeah,
We
dude, the
talk about
last
this.
stream was like dedicated to that dude, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he died at 83.
Yeah.
So it's like, but he
So
wasn't
Al
even
Pacino,
acting.
you know, just
in his last like maybe 6 to 8 years alive, like he didn't do anything. Like he might have had a cameo
the
in a
Breaking
couple
Bad
things.
actor.
Yeah.
What is his name? We can't keep calling him.
Like Breaking Bad ended in
Mark Margolis.
Breaking Bad ended in what, 2013? 2012, 2011,
When did Breaking Bad end? 2013.
2013.
Wow, that was a while ago. Okay.
So like
Yeah.
I don't think he did anything since. Like I can't recall any projects I've seen him in since Breaking Bad.
Let's see here. Well, he was in Better Call Saul, and a movie
Oh, yeah,
called Your Honor.
Forgot he-
Oh wait, a show, I guess.
Oh, that is right. So that Your Honor show, that's Bryan Cranston's show he did. That
Really?
apparently isn't that great, but he did appear in that show.
Okay.
So he's done a couple things.
So Your Honor says the description is a respected judge's son is involved in a hit and run that leads to a high stakes game of lies, deceit, and impossible choices. And
You know
the
what's-
last episode was March 19th of this year.
You know what I did notice about Hector and Better Call Saul compared to Breaking Bad?
What's that?
Actually, you know what? No, never mind, because that doesn't make sense. I was gonna say
Okay.
he kind of in Better Call Saul, he sits in a chair most of the time talking to people, but then I realized he's literally in a wheelchair
Yeah.
for all of Breaking Bad. So,
Yeah.
never mind, I guess.
Okay. Well, maybe in Better Call Saul he's doing it willingly. You know, so.
And then the other half of the time we see him in Better Call Saul, he's laying in a hospital bed
Oh.
because he was in a little bit of an accident that may or may not
Nice.
contribute to his origin story, which I'm not going to spoil for you because you
Okay.
need to go watch Better Call Saul.
Oppenheimer becomes the highest grossing World War II movie ever made. Hold on. Highest grossing World War II movies. Let me search this up so we got it here. Okay. Okay, so clearly this website is not updated, but it does. So the first movie that came to my mind when I saw this piece of news was Saving Private Ryan, which grossed $216 million. Pearl Harbor, Dunkirk, Captain America, Inglourious Bastards, which I just watched. Did I tell you that I watched Inglourious Bastards?
I don't think
watched
you did.
it. Have you seen it?
I've seen it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Schindler's List, Fury, Valkyrie. Have you seen Valkyrie? I haven't seen Valkyrie yet. Is it good?
I've seen Valkyrie. Valkyrie
Is it good?
Is really good.
Should I watch it?
I always remember the dude's name, von Stauffenberg. I always remember his name because I did a project on him in middle school, and for the project, I watched like Valkyrie like 3 times for my research.
Nice.
So like I always remember the guy's name, von Stauffenberg.
That's
he was the closest person to assassinating Hitler ever.
Oh, really?
That's what the movie's about,
Gotcha.
Assassinating Hitler. So
that's like when you have to write a book report and you just watch the movie and do the report on the movie. And stuff.
Yeah, that's basically what I did. I got a good grade on that project too.
Cool.
It was like one of those poster things where it's like you have like a poster, like the dude's in the middle, and you write all the information on the outside of it.
Oh, like a mind map?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
It was like we did it
Gotcha.
on this big poster
Oh,
of von Stauffenberg.
von Stauffenberg, huh?
It's
I
probably
haven't heard of
von
any of these movies.
Stauffenberg, like a Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg. I think he was a general too, or something like that, or a colonel or something. I don't know. Von Stauffenberg, and he led a small revolt against the Nazis. But it was like a quiet revolt, you know, like it was like a little group of people that despised everything. Klaus von Stauffenberg, yeah.
Klaus von Stauffenberg.
Yeah. Klaus von Stauffenberg.
Klaus von Stauffenberg. Yeah. All right. So yeah, there you go, Oppenheimer.
Way to go, man. Oh, and also Barbie crossed $1 billion over the weekend. So that's also something. You need to go see Barbie. You'd like Barbie. Barbie's like
I don't know.
You need to go see Barbie, dude.
I don't know.
I've seen it twice already. I saw it once regularly and once in IMAX. And then I went.
How was Oppenheimer in IMAX?
Oh, that's right. I was gonna tell you about that.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? We saw it in a dome theater.
What is that?
Like a planetarium. Like it was
really
a dome theater. So like you looked up and like it was on like the ceiling, and it was like it would wrap around you. And it was huge. Like it covered everything.
Really? How was
it? It was like an experience, dude. It's like you were in the movie. That was
Dark Knight?
Barbie better? No, not Barbie, but Oppenheimer. I'm convinced it is.
Wow. Dude, I seriously need to rewatch. I've said that before. I've said this before, but I really need to watch the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. I need to rewatch them.
Oh, yeah.
I forget.
I've seen the trilogy maybe like 6 times.
Jeez.
I've seen the Dark Knight the most though. Dark Knight is still my favorite superhero movie of all time. There's no doubt about it. Nothing will ever match it. Period.
All right. Okay.
And it is in my top 5 favorite movies. It'll always be in my top 5. But Oppenheimer is now in my top 5 as well.
Favorite biopic ever.
Favorite biopic ever, dude. Ever.
What does that top? What are some of your favorite biopics?
I gotta see which ones I've seen before I comment on that.
Okay. All right. You don't want to make any
I don't want to make any assumptions.
Yeah. That's all right. I
understand. Genre.
Is there not a genre for biopic?
There isn't.
All right. Well, that's all right. That's all right. That's fine. Well, maybe JFK will make it up there. But who knows?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, moving on. This is pretty funny. This Frank Miller variant you sent me. We were talking a little bit about this backstage. It's rough. It is a bit rough. You did note the claws and how they're both in the same position. Like it's a little.
So everybody, this is actual comic book news. Frank Miller headline. Frank Miller, what the hell is this cover? Seems like everybody's mad at this cover too, because it's generally more horrendous than normal comic book covers.
It's a little scary,
Normally bad comic book covers usually are. And not to mention it's Frank Miller, whose art style I usually like because he has some banger covers.
Yeah.
But this one just ain't it. Marvel, I said this before the stream, Marvel definitely just handed him a stack of cash and said, hey, do this variant. He actually did a series of variant covers, so this isn't the only one he's done. He's done multiple for different books, I think. But they basically handed him a stack of cash and said, hey, do these variant covers for us so that we can put them on.
Those fingers are rough. Those fingers are
rough.
That's a little. Oh my goodness. So
did you think at first he was doing this
agree.
like he had his fingers out and then the claws were out, or did you think he was doing this?
No, I always thought he was doing this.
Okay. Because there are some people I
thought the knuckles were fingernails.
Well, because I was watching other people like commenting on this, and people
Yeah.
said it looks like he's doing this, like with his fingers, and then has his claws out.
Oh, yeah.
Because they see like the outline of the knuckles, and it looks like fingers like sticking out, but you can't see the rest of the finger because the view you're looking at it from.
Yeah.
So it's like people thought like his hand's sticking out, and he's also got his claws out, but he's doing this and he's got his claws out.
Yeah. Well, it's a better Wolverine than I can draw. Okay, so what in the world?
Me when I go to the that is facts.
Shut up, bro.
Okay, so other things. His face looks like a chimpanzee. His hair, he's not a lion, Frank Miller. Come on, dude.
Well, sometimes in the comics he is.
The rest of the anatomy is good besides the hands and the claws. What did he do with this cover? This is horrifying. How could it's weird? How could he have gone from that Wolverine issue 1 cover to this? You ever think about that? Like what he's gonna go get it. Like something tells me this, like when you look at the Wolverine one, like show the Wolverine one.
You mean this Wolverine #1?
Yes. How did he go from that?
Can I get hold on for a second here.
It looks like a completely different.
Wait. How do I get up there? I want to get up there. Hold on. Wait.
It looks like a completely different artist. How did he go from that Wolverine cover to that Wolverine cover?
I mean, okay. Well, look at the hair. Look at the hair.
Here's the thing, though.
He's got
the
the same
hair. The hair actually has some like
logic to it. He drew this 41 years ago. 41 years ago.
What happened to his art style since then, though? Like,
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Because if you also look at the shape of the head compared to the one on that cover, it's more angular, and it's like it looks like there's more hair this time than head. You know?
A little bit, yeah. I mean,
he looks like a chimpanzee, dude.
Okay, all right. Okay. Is that all we have to say about this ugly Frank Miller cover?
Yes.
All right. I hope that goes up. Let's check eBay, shall we? Should we check eBay?
Let's check the comps.
Let's go for it. Yeah.
Comp checking time.
Okay. Cool.
I know there was actually there was an actual popular cover that came out this week. It was the DC Night Terrors homage.
Okay.
To Hulk 3.
Oh my goodness.
$100 for the
That's the
Virgin.
Virgin.
That's the Virgin.
Okay, but it's still
Like-
like cover price though. But
4.
people are buying it. People are buying it.
5.
The Virgin is 30.
Because it's a staple in Frank Miller's
Yeah, sure.
art.
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
sure. That
He
Ghost Rider
saw
10.
AI is going to take it over, so he gave up. That's his.
Look at
That's
it,
his
look at
970.
Look at that Ghost Rider 10 Marvel Spotlight 5 homage. That's a sick homage cover. I kind of want.
Wait, why is it? Oh, it didn't go to the new.
Why don't I have that? Ghost Rider 10. Still no one.
All right, let's move on now. We
Okay.
talked enough about this. Okay. Okay, so here's some of the Venom concept art for Spider-Man 2. Which
Oh
looks sick.
man.
It looks sick, dude. And Todd McFarlane did officially approve of this design
Dude,
for Spider-Man 2.
look at this cover.
Are you gonna get that now? You gonna buy that?
I'm gonna get this. It's only
Okay.
a couple bucks. I'm
Alright.
gonna get it. And you can't tell me otherwise.
Hey, you do you, man.
Oh, look at 9.8, 80 bucks.
You can do it.
Maybe not 9.8, but I'm gonna get a raw copy for sure.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
All right. I believe you. Okay, so this is. What do you have to say about this?
Look at Venom, everybody. Venom, I don't think has looked this good in a while, to be honest.
Since Todd
Well-
McFarlane drew him himself.
Look at Venom, dude. Look at him. I don't even think the live action Venom looks as good as this Venom
No.
does.
Not at all.
Man, look at he looks like Venom. Venom looks like Venom.
Yeah, that's what Venom's supposed to look like.
Venom looks like Venom, dude.
Yep. All right, cool. Well, glad we could come to a consensus on that.
Venom
Um,
looks like Venom.
The last piece of news is not necessarily. I don't know when this came out, but you sent this to me, and this is one of my favorite. So I think this and the JFK is the coolest thing on here, and it's the like conceptually how different
Yeah.
directors how their timelines work out. So
This was
Quentin Tarantino's
actually-
with the
this was
blood drip is
actually-
kind of cool.
You know what's weird? This is an ad for t-shirts. Like you can get there's a t-shirt company that makes t-shirts with these graphics on them.
Really?
And I saw these and they were just t-shirts, but this is completely accurate. Like to how the directors see. Okay, so let's take a look at Tarantino first.
Okay.
The level, it's the blood level. Like
Yeah.
it starts off like, nothing really, and then it goes up and it kind of levels itself out for a little bit, and then
Yeah.
there's nothing in the middle. And then at the very end, there's a huge either shootout
Like Inglourious
or-
Bastards, that
Yes.
final scene.
Mm-hmm.
I
And then
also
it's
think
just
the Reservoir Dogs.
yeah. And then after that, it's just nothing, and that's it. It's just
Yeah.
a huge blood battle, nothing, and that's it.
Nice.
Which is completely accurate.
Christopher Nolan is accurate. That's like
Because all of his movies
Yeah.
jump around a lot, so
Yeah.
it jumps back and forth in time. It did it in Oppenheimer. It did it in Memento. It did it in Tenet. It did it in Inception. All of his movies do this.
Yeah.
And they jump around like that. And there is a way he drew it. I know there's a video. You can look that up, actually. There's a way, if you look up the way he draws his movie timeline, and it was for the Memento movie, he draws it. It's not like a timeline. It's like a loop. So it starts here and it goes around and it comes back.
really.
He's like the end of the loop, like right here, right here, like where it loops like this. He says this is the end, right? And
Yeah.
there's two stories converging in
Yeah.
this way, and he goes and he points arrows back and forth this way, like
Oh
up
my
and down
gosh.
between the loop.
That's
Because he's
insane.
like, we're bouncing around between these two
Yeah.
things that are happening, and they all converge at the end of the loop
Mhm.
right here.
I didn't exactly understand the David
Blown
Fincher
away.
one because I've only seen Fight Club from him, I think.
because David Fincher, it's meant to say that it's like it's complicated because it's
Okay.
like it's going through all of these like twists and
Different
turns
turn.
and
Oh,
whatnot,
okay, gotcha.
and it's just like he's a complicated storyteller, right?
Now Alfred
Um,
Hitchcock, his is my favorite one on here. It's like the whole thing is just a fever dream, basically.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
you can't. It's not clear. It's just like, it's weird. It's like the beginning and the end are more fever dreamy than the center.
It's just
Because it's like
crazy,
it
and then it's like,
basically
okay.
says basically says when you think it's starting to make sense, it's actually not.
No.
And then it completely throws you off again. Entirely accurate timelines.
I've seen a few of his movies. I've seen Rear Window. I've seen Psycho, and I've seen North by Northwest. I still really want to see The Birds and Vertigo. I haven't seen those, but I've seen some of his classics. Yeah, pretty bro.
This brownie looks really good. Ooh.
Ready for cover battles?
Yep.
All right, let's bring it on. Let's see here. All right.
You know where we at. It's prime time rapping. Let's go ahead and get into it. We got our challenger over here.
Yep. T-Bone 225, run my nap.
225? Is that an area code or something? Put that on map quick.
Oh, shit.
T-Steak. Let's go ahead and get into our main man, the champion himself. No need for introduction.
First of all, I'm not a rapper.
Let's go ahead and get into this little coin toss here. Good luck.
Hey,
about luck.
you know what I do? Heads.
Okay.
You know how I go.
Yep. Tails.
Hey. I go first.
Yeah, but
Hey, tell him.
hold on. I want to talk. When it comes to super hot, he goes first. What is this?
All right, just a friendly reminder that I am not the one that disrespected Adam West, by the way. Okay, that was
Why
not
would
me.
you do that?
Don't even try it. Don't even try your
Why are
Jedi
you
mind
turning my fans against me, dude?
tricks. Your fans. Your
Mhm.
fans. Jaeger was my fan first, actually. Okay.
Well, he's my fan now, dude. I don't know.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm.
Is that so? I don't think he supports haters of Adam West.
If only he knew what you said about Jim Lee, dude.
I don't say anything about Jim Lee. What about that Jim Lee's awesome and he's the best? Is that
I
what
think
you're
I
saying?
know where Jaeger's priorities lie.
Oh yeah.
And
Where's that?
Adam West is very small in comparison to Jim Lee.
Whoa. That is a bold statement.
When it comes to his priorities.
Jaeger has been he's been almost from the beginning. Been around since the beginning, yep. Well, you super
Jaeger,
hot, so
You still wrong side. You don't want to know what he said. You really don't. So vote for me, and I won't tell you what he said about Jim Lee.
you're pretty desperate, aren't you, tonight?
No, you said something about Jim Lee, and I'm not going to repeat it
What?
because of how
Oh, really? I see how
graphic
it
in
is.
nature it was.
Okay. All right. Are you ready to do cover battles now? Are you ready? For
Yes, I am ready to do cover battles, as a matter of fact.
it? All right.
¿Dónde está?
Men's room is over there on the left.
Cabrón, I need to see you a boss.
All right. Now, are you ready to start cover? Are you ready to stop dilly dallying here?
Yes.
Actually, okay. I'm glad. I'm glad you are. I'm glad you're ready to just. Let's just
I don't
get-
know what the category.
Bruh.
I don't know what the
Well,
category.
you super
would be.
hot, so What's the
I have no idea what I'm doing. You should decide tonight because I'm tired of.
what?
You should decide. I'll give you decision authority over cover battles tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. First off, practice round. Any book.
All right. I'm ready.
Just to test the what?
I'm ready.
Let's see how it is. Just 1 minute.
I'm gonna look at what
Excuse
show I'm
me
gonna
here?
start watching next.
No, I got my book. Let's go. But you still super hot, so you got to show your cover first.
Hang on, I'm looking at what show I'm gonna watch next.
Bro.
Hang on. Hang on.
He's gonna binge every single
Hang
Friday night
on.
stream. All 71 of them.
I could watch.
I have Mini Chips Ahoy here, and Nutter Butters, which is I think this is some of my
Why?
favorite.
How do you have so much stuff, dude?
You have a brownie, okay?
I had a brownie.
What's they're little tiny things. There's like barely.
You know what I forgot to send to you? Hang on a second. Let me send this to you.
What's up, Freddy Fazbear? He's in the house.
Look at this. Look at what I baked this past weekend, actually.
Okay. All right.
I sent it to you.
Yeah, is that what you ate last stream?
No, that's what I baked with my sister. We made a brownie cake.
Yeah, and didn't she bring it to you?
No, that was a different brownie. We made more
Oh.
brownies. We used the rest of the brownie mix to make a brownie cake, dude. Doesn't that look delicious?
Yeah. Okay, let's do cover battles now, okay? What's your book?
I like brownies, dude. I like brownies. Deadpool, Batter Blood, issue 1, Scotty Young variant. I'm using pickups tonight.
All right.
Look at this. Look at this thing. This is Scotty Young. Nobody hates Scotty Young. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Cake battles next.
Cake battles next.
What? I got the classic number 1 here, and that is the Web of Spider-Man number 1. Beautiful
Uh-oh.
copy. Amazing cover. Love it.
This is a practice round, dude.
What's wrong?
I'm gonna lose. That's Web of Spidey 1, man.
Doesn't matter. It's a practice round. Go vote in the poll, everyone. Go vote in the poll. What is that noise? Sort of like Santa on your roof or something? Or like,
I can't tell if that was a plane or if that was thunder. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, that's a bit scary.
Sounds like a bomb just went off or something.
Yeah. It's Oppenheimer up in here, dude.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer visits Detroit.
I can't see. What's the
I won.
Yeah.
I won.
Oh my god, that is lame.
Jaeger says
Next category.
All right.
What do you got? What are we doing? What's happening?
Let's see. What are we doing? Actually, that's a good question. That is a good question here. You know what? Let me get on my CLZ real quick. And since you were making false accusations towards me, I think it's only. Oh yeah, the accusations were false.
No, it's false that you're making me seem like I was making false accusations.
That is false. That accusation about me making false accusations about you making false accusations about me is false.
That accusation about you making
Okay.
false accusations about you making false accusations about me making false accusations is false.
No, it's not. So with that being said, let's do the best Jim Lee cover.
Jim Lee cover.
Yeah, because
Man.
apparently you
I'm an expert. All right.
apparently all Jim Lee is to you is just leverage to win cover battles. Clearly, you're just trying to dig up dirt.
Why
on
would
me
you give me the Jim Lee category then?
so you can prove yourself?
Hey, I will.
Okay. But even if you lose, that's all right.
Yeah.
So, bro, CLZ is not working for me. Hold on.
Yeah.
Adam West says,
Uh,
Jim Lee, my old pal. I didn't know that you personally knew Mr. Lee.
Jim Lee, my old
That's
pal.
interesting. What the? My phone is
Jim Lee.
my old pal.
Jim Lee. Let's see what Jim Lee stuff we got tonight. Ooh.
All right, I'm
I
gonna
have
go get
some-
my book now.
I have some very good covers that I'm gonna pull out here in a minute. Some classics that I'm gonna use. Ooh. Huh. I'm gonna. Ooh, there's some cool stuff I
my
could
book,
use.
dude. I got my book.
I don't. Give me a second. There's some cool stuff though. I definitely.
Oh, is that so? Really? That's
Yeah.
surprising. Coming
Yeah.
from you, actually. I didn't know you'd.
Why? Why is that surprising? I have some good Jim Lee covers. You don't know.
We'll see.
You have no idea. You have absolutely no clue what you're talking about.
Oh well, I got a classic right here. Okay, so.
Are you sure about that?
Yep. I'm gonna eat my Chips Ahoy now. Don't mind if I do.
That's wrong. You're wrong.
I don't know what he means by that.
You're wrong. Stop being wrong. You're wrong.
So
What?
you know how we were talking about the different directors and how they view their timelines?
Yeah.
You're gonna see my timeline for my movie.
What?
It's all those sticky notes on my wall there.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I'm writing the script for it right now, actually. I think I'm like 11 or 12 pages in. And it's coming along pretty well. Actually, I'm very
Do
excited.
you have a 150-page Breaking Bad spinoff? I think not.
I don't think it's a competition, Dark Knight. I'm just trying to share my creative process here.
I think not.
Mm-hmm.
I have a pretty sick cover.
Jaeger? I'll give you a release date for this movie.
Oh, yeah?
Well, a release year. 2024. It's coming out 2024. Okay.
Wait, do you remember that Spider-Man fan film that was coming out? Spider-Man Lotus? Do you remember that?
No.
And the director was like, the director and all the actors were like extremely racist and it got canceled.
What?
But apparently it didn't get canceled because they had a premiere last night, like a red carpet premiere. Not last night. I think it was a couple days ago. But the actual film came out today on YouTube.
Really? I should watch that. Well, should I? No, I probably shouldn't watch it. But, okay. All right.
Freddy Fazbear.
Okay, what's your book, Dark Knight? Let's go.
Okay. X-Men 1. Magneto. You didn't grab it. Did you grab it? Okay. X-Men #1, Magneto. Probably one of the sickest looking X-Men books.
I agree.
Grabbed it. Let's just do it. Let's do the battle.
Let's do it.
Let's do the battle. Yeah, let's just do, yeah. Battle time.
All right.
Battle up.
Yep.
Battle up. Battle up. At least we can agree on something.
Yeah. I was gonna do that one Wolverine cover with him in Japan in the alley. You know.
I was gonna do that one too. I
Really?
really came
That
down
was
to
my
doing
other one that I was
or
gonna
this one,
choose.
dude. Man,
Also, $1 been fined here, by the way, guys. Check out that condition. Look at that spine. Look at that beautiful spine there.
ooh.
Oh yeah. Go
Yeah,
vote in the
check
poll.
out
Go vote in the poll.
mine. Mine looks equally as good, I think. Hang on. I did get this in $1 bin, dude. What am I talking about? There's a crease down here. There's some corner damage here. There's like a tick there. I think for $1 it's good though. I think for $1 been fine.
Yeah.
I get a pass for that.
Sure, pal. Sure thing. Oh,
I was like trying to make sure it's perfect, and I'm like, what am I saying?
No,
I got this
no.
for $1. Crease, corner damage, spine tick, more corner damage. What do you want from me?
I want a gem min.
What's the poll looking
That's
like?
cool. How are there 4 people in here but 1 vote, and it's for you? Oh, 2 votes now? Come on.
Wait, I have both. Wait, hang on, I gotta reload the thing.
Oh, what?
Okay, what's it looking like?
It's 2 to 1.
Oh man.
Gosh, why you?
Because I think mine's more authentic than yours. Mine
What's that?
mine
What's that
has
supposed to
mine has the wear from years and years of love for Jim Lee and this book. Mine's more authentic. 1-0, enough. Don't have to go on about it, man.
Dude, we
okay?
got the signature king up in here. What's going on? Fellow nerds. All right. So, since the signature king is in here, I think we should do the better signed book. What do you think about that? You know you want to.
I don't. Give me a second.
Yep.
I don't know if I necessarily have a signed book that would be
Signature king is going insane in the chat. He wants it. Signature king wants
look,
the
dude, I don't have signature books like you do.
I know.
I have one that I could maybe do that is a recent acquisition, actually.
Is it like a bigger book? Like it's not a comic
It's
book,
a key.
and it's signed.
It's signed.
It's got a cool cover.
I mean, if you like sci-fi stuff, it does.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. For the signature king. Here we
I
go.
don't got, like, when I say I don't have, like, all my signed books consist of, like, dollar bin finds that are signed. Like, I found, I have, 3 signed books that I found in dollar bins that have COAs with them.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But they're not keys, and they're no one really important.
Well, that's all right. That's all right, man.
And then I have this book, which is a recent acquisition, and then which I still need to send into CPCS, by the way. And then I have, I think, one other one that's a Batman book that has a fairly significant writer, but I forgot which one.
Gotcha.
But like, I have no like great signed books.
All right. Hold on. Because it's about the signature too. So I feel like I gotta show up on this one. You know what I'm saying? So let me get something higher end for you guys here. Real quick, hold on for a second. Hold on for a hot second here, guys. Okay. Hold on for a hot goddamn second. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Wait.
That's okay. I got some.
Wait a
great tips
minute.
on some lame books. Yeah, it's.
All right.
It was weird because you know it was weird. I was literally about to get a Stanley Sig on an Iron Man book I brought to me for my first con I went to, and me and my dad thought it was gonna be a signing because there was like an event where he was like on a time limit and like we had to go and get in line for it. So I
Yeah.
just brought like this cool Iron Man book I had. It's that one where it's the homage to his first appearance, except he's in his like new armor. You know, I
Yeah.
think it's like Iron Man 120 something or 130 something. I was gonna get that signed by Stan Lee, but then we realized it was a photo shoot, and
Really?
not a signing.
Oh goodness.
So I was just kind of standing there. That's the picture I have with me and
Yeah.
my dad and Stan.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of standing there with a book in my hand. And the dude, like when we got up there for the photography, he's like, dude, this was a photo shoot. I'm like, oh, shoot. So I put it back in the bag. And I just like, we go up to Stan because we're about to take the picture. And he's like, who's your favorite superhero? I was like, I panicked, dude. I was like, Captain America. And I had a cap shirt on. I had a cap shirt on too, so I feel like that would have tracked.
All right.
But I panicked.
Okay.
I said because I was meeting Stan Lee, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is huge. This is a huge moment for me." And I panicked. I was like, "Captain America." And then I left. I think that's one of the many things I regret about meeting a famous person. I've
Well,
met
you
some
know.
famous people, dude,
Like me.
like you,
Isn't that crazy?
and
You should be honored.
and you know, like Ric Flair and stuff like that.
You've met Ric Flair?
Yeah.
What?
I have a picture with them. I gotta find the picture.
Did you meet
So-
Charlotte Flair?
I think she was there because it was at a football game.
You met him
I
at a
think she was
football game?
there. Yeah,
What in the world?
I think Post Malone was there too.
What? Okay, show your book. Show your book.
Star Slayer, issue number 2, first appearance of the Rocketeer, signed by artist Mike Grell.
Nice.
When I said I need to send this thing into CBCS, this thing is a 9/8 contender all day, white pages for sure. And it's in my Rocketeer collection currently. So
All right. You want to see something legendary here? There's a legendary hidden gem. Okay. Yeah, well, he's on a live stream with one.
hang
right
on,
now.
you show your book. You show your book.
You want to be here for this?
I'm here for it.
Mike Grell is not. Expensive signature. All right. I got this book at a comic show.
What was that
For,
about?
like,
How I hated
$6
Adam West, dude? What was that about? How I hated Adam West? And this ain't a print. That ain't a print. That's some real Sharpie, my man.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Show your book now.
Okay. $6 or something at a dollar show. It was cheap. It was not- it was not- It was not double digits. It was single digits.
$6 or something.
Yeah, something like that. This is X-Men Annual #1 with Adam Hughes, Fabian Nicieza,
Why are there like
We got Tom
40
Rainey.
signatures on that?
Dan Slott, Dan
What? Wait,
Panosian.
when did you get that?
I got this like a year and a half ago.
Why have I never seen that?
Yeah,
Why have
you've
you
seen this
never
before.
showed-
You've seen,
No,
no,
I
no.
haven't.
Yeah.
You've never used this
Yep.
book.
Well, because like I don't know. No.
Who else is on there? Who else?
Is
Dan Slott.
that Magnola down there?
I have no idea.
Yep. I don't know. There we go. Jaeger hasn't seen it. Well, Jaeger, it has more signatures inside. Actually, hold on. Let me.
What?
Yeah.
When did you get this book?
Bro, I get. You got P. Greg Russell right there.
What?
And
How long have you
hold
had
on here.
this?
Who is this?
Just casually pulls out a 40 times signed Sig book.
This is it's Bob somebody.
Bob.
All right, thanks, Bob.
With like an actual like good like X-Men cover too. That's not like a major
was the other one?
key.
No, it's just X-Men Annual 1. I wonder if Sam Keith is in here. He has a pinup in here, but I don't know if okay, and there's another
There's like
another
30
Tom Rainey signature down there for this cool pinup.
Oh my god. There's like 30 signatures.
Oh,
on
Bob
that book,
McLeod.
dude.
And I also have another Bob McLeod cover actually here.
I mean, I guess we'll do the cover battle, man. Like, I thought you were going to use your Secret Wars 8 or something, but nah, you just pulled out a X-Men Annual 1 from the 90s, like, casually just 40 times signed by everybody. Oh my god.
Hey, I'm telling you, bro. I'm just saying.
This is probably my, like, best Sig book I got, or one of like two, I think.
I think the Adam Hughes signature is one of my favorites on here, and I'd love to like get more signatures on here as well. I think I should totally do that. Hey, Baltimore Comic-Con is in October as well, I think, so I'm excited for that.
If you were gonna send that in for like a Sig slab, like
Yeah.
you would have to do CBCS because
Yeah.
not all of them are verified.
Right.
If you you know what's weird, if you sent that into a like if like a couple of those signatures were verified,
Mhm.
you would get a yellow label if you sent it in a CGC, but with a green banner
Okay.
indicating qualified, because not all of the signatures are verified. So
In
it's like
CGC? yeah, right. Okay,
so it's like if you at least got one or two,
Mhm.
you would get a yellow label, but it's like
right.
you would get a green banner, like a little green dash.
If I
That'd be
to be honest, I mean, I've thought about sending this into like CBCS, but this thing is like a mid-grade copy, and it's cool.
okay.
It's cool to have it as like raw, and so you can like flip through and look at the signatures and stuff. Signatures going to be in Baltimore Comic-Con. Okay, I will.
or just like
I'm gonna
keep
find you.
getting that signed by just like everyone who's worked on X-Men, you know, just have
Yeah.
like a super
that's true.
signed book. Who won that, by the way? What did that?
Me.
Yeah, of course.
I won.
Random.
There were 9
30
votes, and I won 77% to 22%.
Random 30 times signed X-Men Annual 1 you just have laying around.
Yeah, I just have it in my box right here. You know. No big deal.
Most signatures I have in a book is 17. That is crazy.
That's insane. Well, you are the signature.
I've seen
signature king.
there was a video I was watching, and it was somebody, he had an X-Men book. I think it was like a one-shot X-Men book, but it was like from like the early 80s. I
Yeah.
forgot what it was called. And he had like 60 something signatures on it. Like you couldn't even see the characters on the front of the
Really?
cover. And they were all in different color. There was like gold, there was yellow, there was black,
Mm-hmm.
it was like it was like he kept getting signatures for him by like
Wow.
all the people who worked on X-Men.
Yeah, this thing I should actually like take this to Baltimore Comic-Con and see if I can match up anybody that's going to be there.
Should.
Yeah, see the back of this, like the spine is kind of messed up. You can't really see it, but there it is. I could press it. It'd definitely be a higher grade, but there are some color breaking spine ticks on the front there you can see. But I'm telling you, there's no certification for this book whatsoever.
This Rocketeer case is getting pretty crammed.
I see that there. see that.
That's my Rocketeer collection.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my god! So,
I think I got a Capullo signature on here, maybe.
oh my god! How? Why? What? Where do you get what?
Anyways, next cover battle.
What do you can't just gloss over the fact you have like a 30 times signed X-Men book and like
You're talking to the hidden gem right now. Okay.
I've never seen that. And
Yes,
you've
you
never
have.
talked about it.
No,
I
yes,
haven't. I don't remember that
Dude,
at all.
yeah, I think you really do have Dementia, actually.
I don't. You never showed me that
I've
at
shown
all.
this book before.
You've never used that book before. I'm telling you, dude. There's no way.
Okay, all right, fine. Fine, well, okay, all right.
I swear the only like ever like good like SIG book you've ever used is the Secret Wars 8. I swear. I knew you had others. I knew you had other SIG books because you've talked about them, but you've never showed that one.
Well, I did now, so that's all right.
What's happening?
I don't know.
How and why do you have that book?
Because I'm the hidden gem. That's when I find dope shit like that at comic shows for $6 or something.
Oh my god.
Um,
Next cover battle, dude. What's the category? Was it 1-1?
I think it's only fair that the hold on, let me make sure I have the book. That since we were just talking about Grey Capullo, that the next cover should be a Grey Capullo cover.
Oh, you want to do a Capullo book? Okay.
Yeah, why not? You know, why not a little Capullo action?
Yeah.
What?
You know what they call me, don't you?
An idiot?
They call me the Capullo connoisseur.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I only have one Capullo cover actually, so I
got a few different ones. This might take me a minute. Oddly enough, Capullo is like up there with Todd McFarlane for me.
What's up, Shop? Really?
I think. Well, I'm not gonna say that because I'm gonna make some people mad. But
the disrespect.
You don't even know what I was gonna say, so you can't talk.
Oh. Thanks for the 8 viewers that we got up in here.
Oh man.
Maybe once Dark Knight actually finds the Capullo cover, then we can.
Ooh. So this was Capullo's first interior art book, Gore Shriek. That's a sick cover,
sick.
dude.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know that was his first book.
Yeah.
That's interior art, though. I don't think he did the cover.
Dude, after the stream, I want to show you a couple of screenshots from my script. That's
Oh yeah,
funny.
I would like
pretty
to
cool.
read. I would like to read.
I'll once I'm finished the whole script, then I'll send it to you. But I just wanted to show you this little snippet. That you can read over.
See, now I'm going into Spawn territory right now.
Oh brother. Oh brother.
Which book am I gonna use? Ooh, you know what I should check? I got a Spawn book recently. I don't know if it's by McFarlane or Capullo, though.
Uh-oh.
Ah, it is a Capullo. Okay, I'm using this.
Oh. All right. Spawn number what?
70.
All right.
You know what's weird too is this is full on negative space, like very minimalist, but it's sick.
All right.
And this is also like literally a 9.8 contender. I could send this in and it would probably come back a 9.8.
All right.
Although,
Well,
if anything, I would get it remarked
all right. Well, let's see what you got.
because it's got like so much blank space on it. This is doozy, ladies and gentlemen. Spawn issue number 70.
Nice. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. Indeed.
This is, you know what's crazy? I think this is like one of the lowest printed books in the run, too.
All right, pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. All right.
Look at that.
Nice, you got a little Spawn cover there. Okay. However, for the 75th anniversary of Batman,
Uh-oh.
Greg Capullo did the cover for the New 52 Batman Detective Comics number 27.
Ah.
And you can see in the background, there's a very faint Detective Comics 27 in the white,
Oh, yeah, outline.
and he's
Yeah, I see
busting out of the page there. There it is. Detective 27 Special Edition, Greg Capullo. Here we go.
I was thinking of going with my Batman number 1. But then I realized, let's throw him off. Let's throw off the audience. Let's throw him off a little bit. Can't see the thing.
Go vote in the poll. I think you might have.
I think I won.
I think you might have won that. I think that's
Got
a
4
clear
votes.
choice. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not
You know what they
choosing
call
Capullo
me
ever again.
now. You know what they call me now.
Still an idiot.
Capullo connoisseur.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I need to actually look up and see how many issues of this was
See you later.
Because I know it's like
Yeah.
one of the lowest in the run, but I don't know where that ranks in terms of the lowest.
Thanks for stopping in here, Signature King. Appreciate you. Maybe I'll see you at Comic-Con this year. Who knows? All right. Let me put this back real quick.
You know what's really random too?
What?
You know what words have been like echoing through my head recently?
What's that?
There was a did I ever tell you about the story when I was working at Home Depot? I was like outside loading mulch, and one of the customers was like, he's been a comic collector for 50 years of his life, and he had like a collection of over 10,000 books or something.
Really?
And he was like, he said he sold it all, like because he was like going broke or whatever. But he said he sold all of them. And then he was getting amazed that he was amazed that I collected comics. And he was like a child in a candy store once he found out like the amount of books I said,
Really?
oh yeah, I got like over 700 books. I got ASM 300. I got all these, you know. And he was like, I kid you not, his face
Here's
was
an all.
like,
Yeah.
like he was like, no way, I didn't think anybody still collected books. What do you
Oh, yeah.
And then he left me. He said he had to go, but he was like, he left me with a piece of advice. He was like, whatever you do in life, whoever you get married to, don't let them or yourself get rid of your books, because that will be the biggest regret of your entire life. I'm like, I will take that to heart.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That will be the day. Like, if that day ever comes, I will regret myself. And I would have failed that old dude. I forgot his name. But I would have failed that old dude.
Well, I think that the next category should appropriately be the one book that you will never get rid of, which is the better cover.
The one book I will
One
never
book that
get
you'd never
rid
get
of.
rid of. But you have more sentimental value attached to, rather than the money.
This one's gonna be a bit of a doozy too,
Oh, really? Is that so?
because I'm not doing a big book.
Okay. All right. Oh.
I know where this book is because I was going through my box the other day and I saw it. Okay, maybe it's up here. Maybe I'm.
All right. All righty. Okay.
I have it. I know it's here. Give me a second.
Also, guys, join the Discord server. Link is in the description, by the way. And oh yeah, so Jaeger, you were showed some interest in the new movie that I'm making, and I'm just want to let you know in advance that 2024 it's going to be on Hidden Gem Productions. Okay, Hidden Gem Comics is going to be like comic book, Dark Knight Productions related stuff, streams, and like drawing time lapses, and all my movie stuff and all that is on Hidden Gem Productions. That's like the future of Hidden Gem Comics. That's where it's going. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know, Hidden Gem Productions. I haven't uploaded a video in like a month, 2 months. So, okay, join the Discord or I will wet all your comics. Okay, noted. Jaeger got it. Thank you. So, just letting you know.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Give me a few minutes. I'm trying to.
You struggling? You
I'm
good?
trying to find it, man.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I put it somewhere back here.
So I'm telling you that this, all those sticky notes, it's interesting. So I'll give you a little, I'll give you the kicker for this movie. Okay. It's like, it's a high school movie, right? It takes place at my high school. Live in kind of like a rural town. So there's like some nice scenery and stuff. And I think it's mainly going to be focused on the cinematography, and I think the story is pretty interesting. It's complicated. It's interesting because it's not conventional.
Here it is.
But so you know how there's 4 grades in high school.
Yeah.
The movie is going to be broken up into 4 parts, 1 for each grade. And it's their different point of view on the same year, and there's like some crazy stuff that happens. So it's interesting. It's cool. So I'm excited for it. I started writing the script, and there's I'm better at writing scripts than I actually imagined I would, which is I'm glad. I don't like to toot my own horn, but I enjoy it. So
I would like to actually see some of it after the stream.
yeah, you'll see.
So this category is about what book I will never get rid of.
You'd never get rid of this book. This book is so cool. Uh-oh.
What?
What's that?
No, I'm just fixing my mustache.
Is
smells
this
smells like burrito because I had Chipotle earlier.
Okay, that's nasty. Okay, go ahead.
This isn't a big book. It's not even a book I've used before. I don't even think you knew I had this book. It's not a big book though at all. It's just an old book. Tales of Suspense, issue 95.
Interesting. And what is the significance of that book?
This is the first big book I bought with my own money.
Interesting.
I spent $30 on this book.
Nice.
When I went to a convention. My first convention, actually, too. And I wanted to get a big book, but every other big book on this wall of books was too expensive.
Right.
And the only old book that was in my price range was this book. It's a very, 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 very lower range of mid-grade copy of Tales of Suspense 95.
It's nice, though. That's nice.
And my whole reasoning behind buying it at the time, and I was probably like 10 or 11, was because it had Iron Man and Captain America in the title, and Iron Man was on the cover. And I think it's also the first appearance of the Great Gargoyle.
Interesting.
So I think that was my reason behind getting it, and it was $30. And I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I'm about to spend all my allowance on this book. I'm getting it. And this was the first big book I bought with my own money.
Alrighty. Very nice. Very nice story. I almost shed a tear actually hearing that story. It's very beautiful. However, this book is one of my I think it's one of my most prized like
Prized
books.
possessions.
Prized possessions in my collection. That's
Yes.
it. I got this as a Christmas gift from my very loving mother. And this is the Marvel Treasury Edition of 2001, A Space Odyssey. And if you don't know me, I love this movie so much. Somehow I don't have a poster yet for it, but I guarantee you I will get like a Mondo poster or something like that, something really cool for 2001. 2001 A Space Odyssey is my favorite movie of all time. And it has had such a big impact on me. And the way I look at movies, it completely revolutionized like that film for me. And I even did a time lapse of this huge drawing because I love 2001 so much. Here it is. This book is it for me, and I'll never get rid of it. There it is. Epic. Jack Kirby here as well. Sniffing that burrito.
Yep. Smells like salsa.
Oh, gross. let's do a couple more rounds because we're already 2.5 hours in.
Oh my goodness! I was supposed to play on Xbox. I
Well,
just realized that.
well, yep, nope. I'm seeing Team NT tomorrow. I told you before, but I'm telling everyone else that I'm seeing Team NT tomorrow with my little sister. She already saw it, and she was like, "This movie's right up your alley." And I was like, "Okay, I gotta watch it then." And she was like, "Well, if you want to take me, to the movies," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure." So I'm going tomorrow, and we'll get some snacks, and we'll go watch Team NT.
Also, the original bag mine came in too. It's got all the wrinkles on it. It's been sitting in the box for a while.
Same here, actually. Go vote in the poll, guys, please. Go vote in the poll.
Some
Thank you very much.
classic Tales of Suspense. Iron Man and Cap.
Look at that monolith. I was playing. So there's this game. There was this game, Sim Earth. You know that game for Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
And you control an actual planet, and you try to create a civilization. And there are these different events that you can create, and all this stuff that you change, it costs energy, right? So you're limited with energy. It's kind of lame, but anyways, one of the events that you can put down is a monolith, and it's the same black monolith as in 2001. And I saw this video of someone who put the monolith in the ocean, and it created a crab like civilization, like with crab temples and like a crab religion and like crab people. Yeah, it's in this Super Nintendo game for Sim Earth. It's insane.
That's crazy.
They just put a monolith in the ocean. That it just automatically just it was crazy. All right, well, you see the poll?
Sadly, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
There's only 2 people in here.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? I think that's it.
That's it.
I think that's it. All right.
I think it would only boil down to 50-50 or
Yeah,
getting
true.
both votes.
Yeah.
What was it,
okay.
2-1?
Let's see. You won the Jim Lee cover. I won the signed cover, and I won Space Odyssey. So it is 2-1. I'm winning.
Oh my god.
What do you think?
I'm about to lose my streak. That's crazy.
Art Chemist is in the house. How's it going, dude? Long time no see. How you
I'm
doing?
about to lose my streak, bro.
Don't say that. Don't say that. You may jinx yourself.
Don't do that. You're about to win.
Now you're gonna jinx me. If it works that way.
Guys, Harper's going to win all of this right now. He's going to win all of it.
It depends on what the viewers want. I'm gonna sit over here with my Nutter Butters here, okay? Doing great. How's the art going? The art is transforming into film for me now, and I'm working on a movie. It's the big project I told people earlier. Working on this big movie. It's gonna be sick. What?
Are we doing another battle or what's happening?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what the cover category is. I was telling Art Chemist that I'm working on the movie, and I've done some sketches, like done a few little drawings recently, but not like anything big scale like Eric B. and Rakim. Which Art Chemist actually wanted to buy the Eric B. and Rakim drawing, I think. I don't think I'm at that stage in my life where I'm ready to sell.
You know what I drew?
For sure. Okay,
When I was in London.
Yeah.
I drew, so you can't, or not in London, I was in Scotland and I went to go see the Crown Jewels of Scotland.
Yeah.
And since you can't take pictures of them,
You drew them?
I drew them.
Let's see this.
I drew them. That in the
Wow.
middle is the Stone of Destiny.
Uh-huh.
That's the scepter. That's the crown. And that's the sword.
Nice. Hey, Art Chemist, PA. Yeah, that's not too far from me, actually. I'm in Maryland right now, so it might be in. I don't know where you were before, but
Scotland.
Might be easier even now that you moved to PA. That's sick, dude. You just like stood there and just
I
drew
stood there for like a half hour because I had nothing else to do.
Nice. Were there like people around? Like,
oh yeah, well no, like 3 of the guards came up to me and they were like, yeah, you weren't drawing any of the dimensions to the case or anything, are you? And I'm like, no, I'm just sketching them.
Yeah.
'Cause they thought I was like a sketchy like grave robber dude or something.
Oh yeah, sketchy literally.
Next battle.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Best comic book, but the characters, like, it can't be how do I put this? It has to be from from a movie or TV show. It can't be originally from a comic book. It has to be from a movie or TV show.
Ooh.
Our Chemist wants best foil.
I could do best chromium. I think we all know I could do best chromium.
What cover is that? I don't know that.
Okay, so best. Let's
Best
just do
comic
the
with
best.
hologram card attached. What do you want to do?
The one with the it doesn't originate.
Oh yeah, better movie or TV.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's see if I can even find this book.
I think you dug yourself a hole on this one.
Guys, I clean my room and it looks so nice.
I think you greatly messed up on this cover.
I know you got the Breaking Bad book. Okay.
Dude, I have absolutely no idea
Okay, shut up.
what you're talking about right now. I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right. Yo, Mr. White, we need to do cover battles now. Okay.
I definitely. It's okay. I knocked over my It's good. It's on a stand. Just kind of like, yeah.
Show your book.
Breaking Bad, issue number 1. Shut up, dog.
Are you guys really actually going to vote for someone who talks to their dogs in that demeanor?
Don't sweat it.
That
He's
is just-
senile.
Here I got a photo cover here.
Uh-oh.
A photo cover from the movie with my main man, Arnold, in Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Uh-oh.
There it is. There it is in all its glory with the shotgun classic T2.
All right.
Silver ink.
Walter
There
White.
you go.
Walter White.
In the mind.
Heisenberg. Trash. RV. Crystal Blue Sky. Correct. This is Breaking Bad, guys. Come on. Pay some homage
It's T2, guys. Come
to
on.
the greatest show of all time.
Wow. Bold. Bold.
That ain't bold. I'm just speaking facts. Nothing but facts.
Wow. Wow. From the Animal Abuser says that Breaking Bad
What?
is the. I heard the way you talk to your dog.
Animal abuser.
I heard that. I'm jumping to conclusions. Don't mind if I do. I'm jumping to conclusions.
This is
I think
literally.
you kick
this
your
is
dog after
literally-
streams after you lose.
You know what's funny? This is an
What?
episode. This is an episode in BoJack Horseman. This
Really?
isn't- No, I'm
What?
not even joking. There's a character who's a dog in the show called Mr. Peanut Butter, and he's on a
Okay.
talk show. And while he's on the talk show, he what do you call it? He's talking about like animals and stuff, and then out of nowhere, like the reporter or like the host of the show, she starts accusing him of being an animal abuser.
Really?
And like his career gets like completely like ruined because everybody
Wow.
thinks he's an animal abuser.
That's awesome. That's funny.
It's literally
Yeah, well, guys, telling you, if I ever find out who votes for Dark Knight, I know that his dogs, he definitely got a few bruises on him. Okay, and it's not from jumping around. It's from humans. Okay, I know what you do. I know what you've done, Dark Knight. Don't need to run from it anymore.
what is the pulsing? I can't see it.
It's saying
Oh my god.
what do you say? What do you
This
say,
is-
old chum?
This is BS.
I think it connects to. I think it's all coming together now. Okay, the disrespect to Jim Lee and Adam West
This is
and his
BS.
dog. It's the trifecta. It's coming together now.
My dog is like, he doesn't even know where he is.
Illuminati.
He doesn't know where he is.
I think I won. So, well,
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
What career? Finish him. What career?
That's the last words you want to hear. Finish him. Bam boom. Bada bat boom bop. Ooh. Hot boom. What? Bam. Hold on. Kablam! What? Grenade.
Just saying. Just saying.
you saving that for your dog? Is that what you're hinting at?
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever disrespect me again.
Oh, I'm sure that's what you tell your dog after he poops in the house. Wave that wooden sword at him, don't you?
This is, you know what? This is straight from Shakespeare's Globe in London, all right?
Then I bet you what's up, Short Break Cards is up in the house. Hey, you want to see some cool? Hold on.
Yeah, I do. What did I just walk into here? I don't know. Harper's threatening me. I feel threatened. Ooh.
So I got my Garbage Pail Kids cards in here, and I got all these in here. But earlier this week, I just put in all my T2 cards in here, and it's a whole set, and it's super cool, and it's even got behind the scene photos and stuff. And
I don't think you're ready for this, dude.
Okay, all right, so
I don't think you're ready for this.
all right.
Oh my god, half of them just fell out. Hang on. These are just kind of loose, not worth anything, but I'm just going to set them aside for the sake of this. Oh my god. We're not ready for this, man.
Bring it on. You already lost cover battles. There's no way you can redeem
Full set of WWF
Okay.
rookie cards.
That's actually pretty sick.
I got the Hulk Hogan rookie card. I got the Dude Love, the Mankind, the Roddy Piper. I got the Iron Sheik.
Okay, that's
This is the full set of original WWF rookie cards.
okay.
Of-
You did redeem yourself a little bit there by with the WWF.
Look, you got all
Not gonna
the move cards. Got them all here, man. This is a full binder of just WWF. Look at you got all the moves. You got
Is the
Get
figure
all this,
4
dude.
in there? For
Oh
Ric
yeah,
Flair?
I think they should be.
Better be in there.
There's a Ric Flair card somewhere. I gotta find it.
Holy cannoli. Shorebreak asks how's the condition on them?
Oh, dude, these are all near mint. These have all been. Look at Mick Foley rookie card.
Yeah.
I know how much these two cards are. These Hulk Hogan ones, both
yeah?
rookie cards, dude. I know how much both of those things are, man.
Wait.
Oh yeah, they're all like near mint. They've been in this binder, I think, longer than I've been alive because this was given to me by my uncle.
Oh.
And then over the years, I have added to it by putting in an almost complete set of Topps WWE cards with I got The Undertaker, I got Paul Bearer and his rookie card. That's his Hall of Fame card. That's Brock Lesnar and his Hall of Fame card. There's Kane. There's Kane's WWF card. There's Randy Orton. I got The Rock. The Rock is in here. I got a John Cena relic card.
That's sick.
5,000 of those. I got a Dolph Ziggler relic card. I got
All right,
a
everyone.
Big Show WrestleMania relic card, dude.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching. It's been nice. Number 71. The news segment was pretty epic. And cover battles, I won for the first time in
Don't you
4
forget
weeks.
the Macho Man Randy Savage Slim Jim ad signed.
That
Don't
is
forget
what
it.
the heck? That's sick, dude.
It's in the binder.
That barely even looks like him, too. Like it looks a little bit. I think it's the beard and the
it's-
sunglasses. It looks strange. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The Macho Man Randy Savage
Dude, that's
signed
sick.
Slim Jim ad. Don't forget it.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for popping in here, Short Break Cards. Appreciate you. All right. Peace out.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. He's in denial. He's in denial for sure.